know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up.
Big facts. Hey, make sure you got it, son. You made it.
You heard, man. It's like that.
Silly.
And the garbage is full today, so I'm probably not gonna hit. But whatever.
I'll put you down.
Huh?
Let me put you down real quick.
No, don't worry. Yeah, see, look at this shit, yo. I never in my life had someone offer to push down garbage just so I can make it in. You might as well hand deliver the fucking bottle into the garbage then.
Today is the day.
Today's the day I'm gonna hit it.
Today's the day you making it, bro.
Word. I do have a light in the way, but I could just spin it around the light. See that?
The light too?
Nah. Don't worry about the
Oh,
light.
okay. All right. But today's the day, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for believing in me.
You know what I'm saying?
I missed 2 so far today from the couch.
I believe you, bro.
I know, me too, man. That's why I keep shooting.
You can't be the flight reacts of throwing trash away. Yeah, nah, you can't do that. Yo, what up, podcast people? Listen, one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We back with another episode of the Peer to Peer podcast. I'm here with my my roommate, my best friend. Not my best friend, my roommate.
Just like acquaintances.
Yeah, just acquaintances.
Agent Zero, welcome to the. Wow, I was gonna say stream. That's how much I've been streaming recently.
Stop.
Just twice.
Stop.
Just twice.
Please stop.
Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even feel like doing. Today was my don't do shit day because I woke up trying to get shit done, and then Davis wasted 2 hours getting ready for his video like he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Should have anticipated that, but no, I've been bamboozled. Waited 2 hours, and I didn't even want to do shit for the rest of the day because I couldn't even get my video out in time. Which turns out was a good thing.
No, it might be a good thing.
Yeah.
It might have been a good thing the way that YouTube was acting
man.
out today. But yeah, what I want to say, yo, people out there who don't know that we roommates, we roommates, man. Even though we don't live
So
like
like a few podcasts ago when I brought that up, you said, "Well, how come you brought that up? Everybody knows that." And I was like, "Yeah, just for like the 30% of people I didn't know that."
Yeah, I know, but then
now you're bringing it up.
But now Wispy Cream just said she didn't know either, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, why would you expect her to know that?
I just assumed. I just thought like I don't know how.
So
she,
when I
don't know how
assumed-
she knew you. I thought she may just I don't know. I mean, I know she saw the video, the podcast.
Okay, that's the kind of stream this is about to be.
What is going on?
No, I know where you're going with this.
Oh my goodness, what's up with you, bro?
You think I'm retarded, bro, but you might fool them because they don't know you,
I
bro.
was literally in her stream and she said, I didn't know that you were roommates with Agent.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying right now.
What are you saying?
I'm saying when I brought it up, you dismissed it, and I had to explain why it was a legitimate thing to bring up. But just now, you're bringing it up, which makes you look like a dump. What are you doing?
What? What's up with you? What's up with you, bro?
Oh my god, I can't do it today. Yo, so do you know like a couple podcasts ago when I was like, I have leave-in conditioner in my hair because I've been so bored that I've been just doing things with my hair, hopefully curing the boredom. No, it hasn't worked. But then
you have
people
conditioner or you have
leave-in
the
conditioner
Rogaine to help your bald spot.
Yeah, so that's what everyone said is I have a bald spot. and I clicked view more replies just to see like, okay, someone here must have common sense. And then someone in the very bottom after like 7 people was like, yo, he just parted his hair like that, guys. And I was like, it's not, I could part my hair in any which direction. This is just the way that lets it stay detangled. Oh, you don't have long hair, so you don't know. You have to detangle it. The shit is painful. And it takes like 15, 20 minutes. And my neck is like, it goes through a lot during this process because you got to go like this. And the hair ties I ordered from Amazon take 3 weeks to come in. I don't know if you knew that. So Amazon Prime doesn't exist no more. And I don't even want to get into that, bro. It make me feel.
Why are you doing all this explanation to cover the fact you have a bald spot?
Word, because I have a big forehead and a bad hairline, but I don't have a bald spot, my guy. Hopefully, I'd never have a bald spot.
You wear hats though.
Okay, you're doing it. So, all right, I'm just gonna do it back to you. No.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do it back to you. I'm just waiting for the given opportunity, and then I'm just gonna do the same.
They clearly saw the bald spot. I thought you
sure.
just didn't care anymore because that's why you did the hat reveal or the hair reveal.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what does it matter then?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next topic.
Jeez.
Because I know how this. From off the rip, I was like, yo. The moment you said that shit about when you told everyone we lived together, I was like, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it's about to be some bullshit. So let's engage in that. I had a long day. Didn't get the Valorant key I thought I was gonna get. So I just been fucking miserable today, man. No cap.
Big facts, yo.
Been very miserable. You been miserable?
No, I got a video today, so I felt pretty productive, and I'm gonna record.
That mean you haven't been miserable though.
No, I ain't been miserable. No,
You been happy, content.
been somewhat happy. The only thing I'm upset about is the people who pick up the trash. But outside of that,
I'm about to leave it at their crib, like for real.
That's a big facts. But I actually want to lead off positively. Shout out to.
Okay, wait, no, stop before you get into that.
Jesus.
So this is something you've been doing recently, all right? Since we had the podcast where we talked about how negative you are, you've been using that as a meme to just have this like fake condescending positivity. And you've done it.
Oh my God.
And you've done it to a degree that's so overwhelming that the only way it's bearable is if I actually believe you're not being condescending and sarcastic. So I literally delude myself into believing that you're being genuine just so I don't lose my mind in the continuous troll that is everything that comes out your fucking mouth. And you started the stream off on that note too, where you push down the garbage. I don't know if you're gonna put that in there, but you don't give a fuck about my garbage shooting. But you're so like, you just want to play into it so much that you're willing to just get up and do that. See what I'm saying?
So I was gonna say the positivity was the quarantine situation we're in right now, maybe improving sooner than later. But I guess that may be a troll. I don't want to. Well, I mean, hey man, I guess that's
I'm just like, I don't know if
so fine. I guess I'll be condescendingly positive like you want me to. So shout out to Annoying TV. He won the thing.
He did.
Yeah, shout out to Annoying, man. Yo, shout out to Annoying.
No. You can't sit here on this fucking podcast and then over the course of weeks where you just bring up out of pocket topics, criticize me for not being open when most of the shit you're saying is sarcastic, condescending, or full fucking cap.
But I'm being he won, right?
Look at your fucking face. Who do you think you're fooling, man?
Yo,
you think you're fooling me?
Annoying and his people won. That's what, 25K? That's a solid come up in the situation
I'll
where money
participate at the same level.
When money is freezing up, that's a solid.
Oh yeah, a big time. Yeah, big fact. Money's freezing up. Recession's coming. That's a big win.
It is actually.
Yeah. So we agree
I don't think I could. I don't think 25.
Yeah, I'm really fucking with the way you got your beanie on today, man.
Big facts, bro.
That's a clean beanie. Where you get that beanie from?
Got it from Walmart. I need to go back to Walmart.
For real? Yo, Walmart. Yeah, I swear they had the best deals.
They do actually.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much beanies cost, but this beanie was like $2.
Yeah, but it's not a problem for you.
But I know you said good deals. So I don't know how much beanies normally run for.
Or yeah, you got it like that, you don't even check sometimes. I feel you on that.
Do lids have beanies?
For sure. I mean, we call them Scullies, but yeah.
Okay, Scullies.
Yeah.
Big facts.
For sure.
Yo, but going back to Annoying TV, yo, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? You and your people out there, y'all's out there hustling, grinding, got the 25K. Solid little come up, you know what I'm saying? Solid come up. And I couldn't do that. Not enough to, perfect it to the point where I can win that type of money, but
you didn't have to, we knew that, Lo.
Yeah,
right?
No, I'm not about to do
We've
that.
seen you play.
Not about to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what about you and Yet? We saw you play with a stream.
Sure, yeah, you know what I mean?
You and Troy that went back and forth.
Oof. I'm trying to think of a creative way to take a topic and then just sprinkle it with enough sarcasm so that I'm not being honest. So how do you do it? I don't know. You teach me how to do it.
I don't understand why you think.
Because I try to think of something I couldn't think of.
I don't understand
clever.
why you think right now I'm doing that. I'm actually now. I'm like, yo, I was in the stream. One of the people you played with, I put you on. I was actually happy, and I watched the stream with y'all. I was there.
Yeah,
and he actually played really well too. Shout out to Matt Metz. He played really well.
Yeah.
And
so you have any tips for me on how to approach this topic?
I don't understand.
As like a trainee when it comes to overbearing sarcasm.
People, I want to know did it do what type of numbers it did for you? Did it do well enough for you to think that it's going?
Yeah. So wait, do you have any tips before I answer the question legitimately?
Just answer the question.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
So wait,
Christ.
we do answer questions legitimately here on this
always
podcast.
answer questions legitimately.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. For the last two podcasts, I wasn't sure if that was the case.
Oh my goodness.
Because I felt like I was the only one doing that. But besides the point.
God.
Yeah, I didn't check until after the stream, but the stream did as expected.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually I was thinking of titles before the stream, and I sat there for 10 minutes. I was like, I came up with some good titles. And then in 2 seconds, I hopped in the Discord. I was like, yo, what y'all think about these titles? And in like fucking split second, G-Man thought of a way better title than all my titles. And I was like, yeah, that's very tough. So I just took G-Man's title. And the stream did well. And now I'm 2-0 in team up. So
I think it was entertaining too. Unfortunately, you took it down, right?
Yeah, because that copyrighted music. And then they get immediately demonetized.
Jeez.
Maybe because of the title was YouTubers Fight to the Death.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, but it went well. It was game-winning buzzer beater, as intense as you could imagine.
Yeah, the second one, that was crazy. The first one was a dud. Who was the point guard on Troy Day's team?
Tio, yeah.
He's trash.
It was funny.
Big trash.
Troy Dan's entire team was those guys you pick up when you really want to win and you need like a try hard to help you win. But then going into it the same way we went into the Cash versus Troy thing, I kind of just ignored the fact that they had a whole bunch of players that were known to be good. And I was like, fuck it. We're just going to be better anyway.
But they're known to be good at what, though? Park.
I don't really know because I didn't know G-Man even played team up. I just asked him because I thought he'd be funny. But turns out he plays some team up.
Okay, what's he saying? But
I didn't know how much they played, how much team up they played, how much park they played. I know some of them play my team, so some of that transfers, some of that translates.
But like now that you've been on team up, like it don't always translate. The passing lanes are just ridiculous. If you don't get the right players and the spacing is straight bonzo beans, and then the
which I bought by the way for the first time a couple weeks ago. I didn't know it was a real thing. I just thought it was an insult. Yeah.
And then the pacing is way higher. Plus the lobs are just.
I appreciate the fact that when I'm in a passing lane and I click square with Kawhi, he gets the ball. It is so satisfying because my 3-level scorer, I could be there. We could intentionally try to pass in the lane just to see if I'll steal it, and my guy will get the ball like 10% of the time and tip it like 30% of the time. It's an embarrassment.
Even get it.
Yeah, it will just go right through him.
You should probably test that out actually. Because I understand like there's badges and stuff like that and defensive attributes, but like at some point it's like
why I play with the worst build. Why I purposefully
play with the worst defensive build.
Play with the worst build on 2K. Jesus. That's a good title, Off the Dome.
What would I say? Yeah, like some of that stuff, like I get it, attributes and badges, but like if I'm in the passing lane and like the ball is like nearing my head, at least let me just like facepalm the ball real quick. And just like let me just at least bounce off my head.
And I don't need all the like in any game. I was just watching a video about good grinds on. Do you ever play a game where the grind is so enjoyable that like you're hooked and you can't stop? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was explaining characteristics that he thought led to a good grind, and I've played games like that. The last incredible grind I've played was Assassin's Creed Origin, where I was just in it, just the RPG. I was in it, and I couldn't stop playing. This shit had me in his hooks. And keep in mind, Assassin's Creed is the same missions over and over again. Go here, kill this person. Go here, interact with this person. Follow this person without being spotted. It's the same thing over and over again. But when you can make it like very entertaining, it's like, yeah, you have something special. If they ever released multiplayer on Assassin's Creed again, especially on Origins, man, I would go back and buy it because Assassin's Creed multiplayer is the most underrated multiplayer in gaming history outside of The Last of Us. I believe that to be true.
I remember back in the day we was on.
You play Assassin's Creed multiplayer?
No. Last one. Remember back in the day.
Oh yeah. I'd be on there with my little bows.
Yeah. Big facts.
That was the shit.
Spider-Man was like that too, though, where it was just like very repetitive.
I never played Spider. I only watched walkthroughs of that.
But it's somewhat repetitive. But it's like I don't know why you just get
you fall in love with it. Literally when the quarantine is what we're gonna have to call it because I don't want to get like the YouTube bots is out there picking up words and shit now.
Oh no, they took a day off today, so I don't know.
Oh word. They just gave up. They're like, no, home pages and suggested are empty.
Y'all get we in a recession today, so we just off. We laid off too. So big fact.
Yeah, but Davis was hooked on it when we first got locked up. That's to me. We got locked up, and he wouldn't stop playing. He wouldn't upload. He wouldn't record. He would just play Spider-Man. We actually went to his house and we had a game night like a couple weeks ago, and we're playing Risk. And I know how much you hate that game.
Hate it for fact.
And Davis, he didn't have no one to play along with his meme because everyone else wanted to play Risk, so he just played Spider-Man.
Y'all went to his house.
And he didn't play. No. He asked us to go there because we were originally going to do it here.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck it. Let's go to Davis's house. So Peter, Joseph, me, Waleed, all went there. And then Davis didn't even play. On top of that, he was like, yo, okay. No, I'm not going to put him on blast because he's not here to defend himself. But he's a very interesting character, bro. Very interesting. Yeah. That was a very odd night. Very odd.
It sounded like an odd night because I'm definitely not going over to somebody else's house for them to play their game in their room while we in his living room and playing a board game. I'm not about to do that. That's just ridiculous. Because nothing about that sounds entertaining at all, actually. Imagine.
Word. And I also realized Risk is actually a completely different game when you're playing it in person rather than online. And for those of you who played the game, you know why. But it just hit me.
Nope, none of our viewers have played.
I can guarantee you they have.
Wait. Yo, shout out to everybody out here on Apple Pod.
Oh,
you know,
we ain't do
Spotify,
not one of that.
Google
now
Play.
nobody's gonna follow us.
I know that's crazy,
man.
bro.
We
you
fucked
know what?
up.
You know, I messed up on in my opinion, my peoples. You know my people, right?
Who are your people?
No, the gang. You know what
Those are your guys.
Those are my people right there.
Nah, your guys are the ones in the comment section.
Who yell out?
Nah,
no,
they don't even. Your audience doesn't do that. But I feel like once you start growing more, they're gonna be a lot more annoying. Your audience, especially.
Oh no, the video I just uploaded today.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
Okay, so
it's getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked in there. It was a lot of Legend of Simpings. It was a lot of I can't even take your basketball opinions serious anymore. Because hey, you're chubby and you simp, and I'm like, okay. And what's crazy is the video I just uploaded was no opinion. It was all fact based, all research.
Like, yo, I don't like the facts on this video, man.
Because you uploaded. I'm like, Jesus, yo.
Hey, so maybe you need to give up. Maybe your brand as a simp is hurting you.
Hold on, wait.
As a make believe simp.
Shout out to the people out there on the aux cord as well. You know, we practicing this social distancing, but y'all in the car,
So
you know what I'm saying? In the
now,
garage.
They're on Bluetooth now, man.
Or y'all probably linking up on Discord, listen to us in a voice chat.
Or you know how they got that watch together? The website.
The watch together.
They're in the watch together, man.
We gotta do that more often, bro.
And we do that. You just not there, bro.
When's this?
AMP, we do that all the time.
I'm not in.
You're not in.
AMP.
I don't think you're in any of our Discord chats. Or I can't think of a single.
Y'all who haven't invited me, so don't say no. Don't say that it's me. Y'all haven't invited me.
You wouldn't join anyway. You just do your.
I'm on Discord all the time.
No, but you do your regular. I'm busy, and then I don't know, jerk off for 2 hours.
If I'm on Discord, why would I not just switch over?
Because you're gonna fake busy, bro.
Fake busy what?
You're gonna fake busy.
Whatever, bro. Oh, that was a shot at me last on podcast.
Nah,
all these people busy. And they ain't really busy. Was that me?
No, that was a few people in my life. No, I'd say the majority of people. But you're not high on that list. But you have done that to me before, where you fake busy, but you really could have just said like, nah, I'd rather just chill, or like
a lot of times I'll just straight up say, okay, I see what you're saying. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not high on that list because I will just I'll just sit up and say, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I know, yeah. But sometimes you will hit me with the I'm busy. And then I'll be like, oh, what are you doing? And then you'll go, video dropping tomorrow. That video does not drop the next day. And I know it's because you took hours to start after telling me that you were busy.
Big facts. Damn, where were we at though? Oh yeah, damn, where were we at? Oh yeah, Davis, the interesting character Davis is. Yeah, Davis is a low-key clown, Came over here, wasted mad time. Didn't even have the video ready. Mad clown.
Word.
Bozo.
Oh no, he didn't come here. We were just playing online. And we were playing Warzone, which I'm sick of. So I was playing a game I didn't want to play. I waited for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Jesus. Fuck. And now everybody's on roofs camping and shit. I'm fucking sick of it. I mean, the reason I'm sick of it is because I played CSGO and now I'm hooked on that. So I'm in a game of CSGO. Competitive match. So you're not supposed to leave those unless you lose rank and shit. Not that I care about my rank, but I'm not trying to be a guy who leaves his team hanging because no one's going to fill in for me. Anyway, Davis is like, all right, I'm ready. I leave my game, load up Warzone, help Davis record a second channel video. Then he just doesn't show up for another 45 minutes.
Sounds about right. That sounds like Davis.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Now, if I'm bad on the CP time, which I've gotten better.
No, I hit you up today, and I was like, pod? And then you were like, yeah. And then I was like, just to give you some time in case you were doing something in the moment, I was like, 10 minutes. And you were like, yeah. And then you came in 18 minutes.
I did not.
Yeah, you did, bro. I counted the shit. I was like, I'm curious.
You hit me at 10. And you know why I know it is? Because I was making sure I left.
You think you came at 10 minutes, bro?
No, I didn't say I come at 10 minutes. I left from downstairs at 10 or 11 minutes and got up here.
No, you did not. No, you did not, Lo.
Look, the house is big. Oh, it don't take 8 minutes to get from one wing to the next.
Word. So
I left downstairs at like 10 minutes after that text.
No, you didn't, bro.
I did.
No, I'm glad you added that 10 minutes in there because
it was like 10 to 11 minutes.
But I didn't expect you to neither. And I need to stop going into engagements with people that have proved either unreliable or untimely with the expectation that they're gonna be the opposite. That's
Agent, you're big.
I'm fooling myself. Why am I fooling myself?
You're big caps right now, but I'm nowhere near as bad as Davis because Davis will literally bet to see how long it's going to take him to start a video. And normally we're always wrong because it normally takes longer than what we thought it was going to take him. So to the point where you can just make an argument where he may not even record that day. It's like
there was definitely times. There was there's so many instances in my mind that just propped up like 4 hours. This one took 2 hours.
Literally like within the last month. He came here at like 3, was supposed to do something with Peter at 7, and then still didn't go do the thing with Peter at 7 because he didn't finish the video.
You know the part that got me fucked up is there was a time where he hit me up and he was like, yo, video at 11, your place. Everyone's going to be there. And I was like, is it for your channel? Yes, for your channel. Okay, cool. But also, that's when I go to the gym. You're about to fuck up my schedule, so I'd rather not do that. Could we do it later? And then he's like, we can't do it later because Peter has physical therapy because he has fake physical therapy. He got in an accident or whatever. It's not real. The guy walks properly.
Yo, what's up with you, bro? And you messing up his insurance thing. Man. Come on, yo.
No, he tells me his knee is fucked up, but I don't believe him. I saw him walk normally.
Yo, come on. You trying to mess up Pete's insurance bag?
I'm lying,
Imagine Pete walking into the thing. He runs all day long, and as soon as he gets there, he just like. Yeah, doc, I don't know about this knee.
They got him scheduled through all the the closures and stuff. They had him still scheduled. It's crazy. Anyway,
that is crazy.
So they shamed me and they were like, "Hey man, Peter has this thing to do in the morning, so we can't fuck that up." And I got to do this video.
I remember this now.
And I was like, "Oh my!" And you know how much I care about my shit. There's only a few things I really care about, and my shit is one of them. Mm-hmm. And going to the gym was my shit, and I was in a groove. I was trying to fuck that up.
I remember.
So I was like, "All right, bro, fuck it, let's do it." Then not only did I get there on time, Davis got there an hour before me, and it took him 4 full hours to set up. And by set up, I mean he really was just talking and just doing nothing.
No, I get it.
And then every once in a while he go like, "Hey, yo, agent, help me set this up." And I'll be like, "Nope," because it's not my video. And then he will, "Yo, come on, man." We're like, "Yo, Davis, it's your video. Set it up. It's not hard. All the tools is right there, bro. Come on, use your brain. You're a YouTuber. You do the stuff."
This wasn't the one where he had us all squished together.
No, I don't even know which one that is because there was like 6 of those.
The one where we was playing 2K15 or something like that.
Oh, on Blacktop. Yeah.
It's all squished in the frame. Not even a wide angle. It was a narrow angle frame.
Yeah, he put the camera right here and he's like, "All right, guys, fit in." We're like, how? How are we gonna do that?
Literally, as we were fitting, he was like, "Yo, man, get in. Get right here. Scoot over. Yo, can you scoot over, bro? Look at and then the lighting was, oh, man, that was, Davis' video.
So it's not that I'm mad. He's going to realize how inconvenient that is. I guess everybody at a certain point, hopefully they do. Because I did that for a while.
You still do it.
Am I late to shit or unreliable?
Not late. Well, you don't do it as much as you used to. Used to say, "Hey, we'll do it this time," and then 2 minutes before this starts, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do it later on." I'm like,
okay, so the only time I do that, bro, is when I tell someone, "Yo, I'm gonna be on 2K tomorrow," with the intention of I'm hoping I hop on 2K tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I almost never hop on 2K tomorrow. So I need to stop making plans with people on any game because I usually never follow through. But aside from that, I'm on top of my shit, man.
No, that's when it would happen. When you say, "Hey, yo, I need you free to record a video."
Before
even here.
Because I 3 times in the same day, Vortex was waiting for me, and I just forgot. So I felt so bad. He made it into a meme, and he's like, "Oh, you probably meant when you said 6 o'clock, you meant 18 o'clock." And so I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna be late no more." And he was like, "Yeah, all right." So then ever since then, if I'm a minute behind, he'll tell me about it. But then I'm never a minute behind him. I always send an invite right on the old clock. Right when I sent that shit.
Good cap. I'll never do that with you, so don't ever get accustomed to that. Anyway.
What, showing up on time?
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, no, that'll never happen.
All right. When I'm no longer there, it's because I had shit to do.
For the podcast?
Yeah, I had something scheduled here the 3rd, and you just didn't make it. I had a time slot, and we missed the time slot, and I don't know what to tell you, man.
That would never happen. Because you ain't got shit to do. We in
right now because we.
Yeah,
no. I'm gonna hit you with the fake busy. I'll be like, I do want to finish watching this little Tiger King series on Netflix.
Yo, imagine we don't get a podcast out because he's watching Tiger King.
No. We didn't get the podcast out because you didn't show up at a lot of times.
Nah.
That's really what happened.
Nah. Yo, that's what you gonna put in the comment section. Hey, guys, Low is 20 minutes late, and I was watching Tiger King, so we couldn't. Today we missed.
I hope you guys understand. Hopefully, you guys understand what we're going through. But unfortunately, due to the circumstances.
Oh, yo, you heard in the comment section?
What happened?
I'm funnier than you.
Why you try so hard? Because remember that Twitter poll you put out? Now, if it said you'd have ran with it. But because they didn't say you, and it was coming out your fucking Twitter, if it came out my Twitter, it'd be an even bigger landslide. It's fine, Lo. It's fine, bro.
Those people don't really know my funny side.
You're asking people that watch the podcast.
But they do, though.
I'm letting you know, Lo.
And people on the podcast said, nah.
Why is it so important to you to be funny?
It's not really important. No, it's important for you to know that you're not that funny.
No, I'm just competitive before anything else. But you
so
genuinely.
Why can't I?
I think it's a pride thing with you, though, bro.
Well, why can't I?
Are you too prideful?
Everybody's prideful. Everybody in this house is prideful.
I didn't say are you prideful? I said, are you too prideful?
No. Because I'm definitely not prideful enough to get in the way or something.
I'm not. I realized the day that remember that story I told about the bitch that almost got me in an accident because she reversed in the middle of a road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the day I realized, like, I don't have pride. If I had pride, I'd have stepped up to that old man. But
now you let an old man do that to you?
Exactly. And I was like, fuck it.
You let an old man
and with no shame. There was so many people watching, zero shame. I just knew I wasn't getting shot that day. So I was like,
old man punk you like that?
And you know what? Even if someone said it to me while I was there, it wouldn't have affected me, not even remotely. I'd still cut.
As soon as you would have gotten a whip, if I was with you, I'd be like, that. He just punched you like that. That's crazy. You don't let him do that to
But
you?
it's like, remember when we were at Home Depot, we told that story about the, I told the guy, move out the fucking way, you're blocking me.
Yeah.
Technically, I bitched him, but he wasn't prideful enough to make it a conflict because he was being retarded.
No, he just had that. He had that 40 on. That's all.
It's Home Depot. I assume everybody has a strap at least with them or in their whip.
No, not everybody. But that's how you move now, though.
What?
In the States, that's how people move, especially in the South. You just assume people have it, even though everybody don't have it. You just assume like, I think you might have it, so let me just act differently. And
I got a bow and arrow popping out my M4 now. You think that's gonna scare people?
You can imagine somebody hopping out a window with a bow and arrow.
Can you imagine you driving? Say something. See if I want to shoot your tire.
And immediately just pull it up, hit the brakes, and then just roll down some tinted windows. Bow and arrow right in their face, bro. That's crazy.
I'll be pissed. What was that one song about? Was it Comethazine or was it Fabio?
Oh, I don't.
It was a really
I don't
good.
Listen to rappers like this.
It might have been like I gotta find the song.
I only listen to 90s rap. I am not. I'm gonna tell you right now. You can try.
I'm not gonna play. I'm trying.
No, but not only that. You can try to look it up, and I will never. Oh, I thought you were gonna be
Comethazine.
I thought you were about to say, show this on the screen.
No.
Oh man,
I do got to start making you show some more shit on the screen though.
No, don't do that.
Good call on that. I think it was a walk. Can I play it?
No.
Fuck, I think it was a walk remix. Let me type in the lyrics.
No, don't. Yo, yeah, just look at the lyrics. Yo, he had me downstairs slaving people. Sorry for the late podcast last episode. He had me slaving.
Who, me?
On the edits. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here had me slaving on the edits. He's like, yo, make it funny this time. I was like, agent, but I'm not funny though. I'm not funny. That's what you said. He's like, no, make it funny, bro. So I tried my hardest, people. What are you looking? The fact that you're really trying to do this.
Okay. I came with the 38. I'm leaving with a body. If you try me doing sloppy, shooting out the big body. So that's the lyric I was thinking about. You shooting out the big body with your little fucking recurve bow.
And he says, boom. And then he just let go of the bow and arrow.
Hey yo, that'll be fire.
I actually do know that song. I didn't know that was his name though.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that has nothing to say. Yeah, you think she's cute?
Who's that? I'm showing this on the screen.
You don't have to. Do you think she's cute?
Yeah, she's cute.
You know, like you try and find a word to describe a girl that you think is attractive, but like the word means something different depending on the girl's appearance. You know what I mean? Some girls are cute. Some girls is like, yo, she's dying. It's like, oh, is she all right? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's cute. Very cute. Like,
yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, word. And I think that's the only reason I clicked the video. That had to have been. I don't remember doing this.
What is her name?
Greta Anoigu.
Is she like?
I don't know. I've never seen her before.
Okay.
I just saw it on my homepage. I don't know.
English?
You asking me questions. I can't answer you, man. I don't know.
But that last name didn't sound. I said, is she
Onigu
English?
Sounds English to you, my guy?
I said is. I'm asking.
That sound African to me, but I don't know. Shit.
I said, is she English? I'm stupid.
Is she the language? I don't know.
Yo, going back to the negative thing though, this is what I figured out about myself recently. I might have to stop doing the positive thing.
Yeah, I think you should do that too, because
I can't function with too much positivity around me. It has to be some negativity.
You know what? Me too, but you to a higher degree. Like,
no, but it can't be.
If we're getting along too well.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I mean real negativity, not like
hate. You mean hate?
Like I need somebody that actually hate me. I low key want to somebody just bait me into like a back and forth.
No, I know. Okay, so yesterday I caught you do some wild shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is up with him? But because
me?
No, it was 2 days ago when we were practicing the night before, and you said something. Remember that one way out of pocket shit you said to Wispy? Remember that shit? I was gonna interfere on some you bugging, but I just let it sit just to see the reply because I was like, I needed some conflict. We were getting along too well in this call.
What was it?
I think you asked her what she liked about Twitch, and she answered like a wholesome answer about like her chat interaction, and then you answered, "Is there a reason you didn't bring up money?" And I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's a big fact.
See what I mean? Like
that's a big fact, though.
The only reason I let that sit though,
but I think she has another job, so that's the reason why I just thought she just did it for fun anyway.
Regardless, that's like. You're not gonna ask a question like that to somebody that you respect. So clearly, you just didn't respect her.
I don't know who she is.
No, I'm saying generally speaking. Like, let's say
you got to earn my respect. So I don't really know you.
Oh, word.
Yeah, why? I have
so to, you just get disrespectful until someone earns your respect?
I don't even think that was disrespectful.
You don't think it was disrespectful to call her out on? Yeah, how come you didn't bring up money? Like, why would that's a? But I let it sit just because I thought it was.
Is that not part of the whole thing though?
What?
You spending time on Twitch. At some point there has to be some monetary,
but that you didn't. I don't think anybody believed you brought it up to be constructive or thoughtful. I think you just brought it up to be confrontational.
But that's the problem. Yo, you always think I'm trying to be confrontational. Sometimes I just genuinely want to know.
I know you were.
No, I was not. I was sincerely just wanted to know.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's the reason I brought up that example is because in that situation I was I kind of need some more interference. I need some static right now. You know what I mean? I get that the games were meaningless because we were just playing exhibition games against, another private team. But I was also like, I'm curious how she answers this question. And then there was no answer.
It wasn't.
Which honestly is how I'd respond if you said some shit like that to me. Because I'm not going to validate your bullshit with a fucking response. Get out of here.
It wasn't bullshit. But A, it wasn't bullshit. B, I'm talking about legitimately friction. I think I need that in my life at all times. To really, okay, here we go. Go ahead, go. Just go ahead, go. Oh, wait. Agent White. I knew you were going to miss that as soon as it left your hand.
And me too, because I held it a little long. The follow through went left.
And way too left.
And I was hoping the backboard compensated. It didn't.
No.
This is where you asked me a question. Ask me a post-game interview question. Go ahead.
I can't even do it because that was bad. I got you. So, how'd you feel about that follow through on that last shot?
I did that shot thousands of times in practice, but it's one of those ones where you just gotta let it go and hope for the best result. And unfortunately, this time around, I just didn't get the best result. You know what I mean?
Now you say you practice it thousands of times. Mm-hmm. Now, how many times do you make it in practice?
I mean, I can count them on one hand.
Sounds about right.
This is where you go, okay, thanks for having me. Oh, no. Whoa. Yeah, that's why I would never be an interviewer.
Yeah, no. Thanks.
What were you saying?
Thanks.
Yeah, get back to negativity.
Thanks, Agent Beamstar.
Either be positive or really positive, not your fucking bullshit pseudo positive where you just mask yourself with the veil of positivity, but in reality you're spewing nothing but hate and negativity through sarcasm, which is difficult to detect if somebody doesn't understand who you are as a person.
Recently I've been way more positive. I just think you're overanalyzing.
No, sometimes you are positive, but a lot of the time you're not.
But like I'm saying, I'm talking about like real negativity. Like somebody sincerely like going behind my back and saying like, yeah, I fucking hate Low. Not like some will be cool. Will be cool.
Just because people don't say it publicly, it doesn't mean people don't think that about you.
But I need to know it though.
Who cares?
No, I need to know it.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that hate me, and maybe they send me the occasional like. But I'm not really a confrontational. Well, no,
I'm not
that's
really
a lie.
confrontational either. I just feed off of that.
You don't think you're confrontational, man?
No.
I'm gonna let that one sit.
No,
that's not the case. But it's whatever.
I'm not confrontational.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't. Especially no, I'm not confrontational. What about to say? No, like legit hate though. I need somebody to like. I just need to know about that because I just feed off of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not hard to do, though. Just identify a very sensitive individual on the internet and then say something slightly condescending about them. I'm telling you, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. In fact, you can do it right now.
But I want to be genuine though. I don't want to like. I want somebody like.
It could be something you believe that you just haven't said out loud before.
I don't really have that much. I don't really.
You don't have beliefs?
I have beliefs, but nothing that's that outrageous. Nothing I can't think of right now.
You don't have to be outrageous, though.
If you bait me, I probably can think about it.
Nah.
Not go ahead and bait me. Come on.
I'm not.
We need beef for this podcast. To really get the views coming.
Of course. Who should we take a shot at, man?
I'm be trying to bait Davis, but he's not having it. So
he's not gonna get on here ever. So don't expect that.
He's never gonna get on here. Yo, but I did see LSK. You don't be on that stuff. LSK make his list. I couldn't.
Everybody was making reads, replying, and all of them have their own 6 individual list videos.
Did I not birth this way?
You didn't, so don't even claim that. You didn't. Don't claim that. Don't even think about claiming it. Whoever was the first person to react to a list started that shit, not the person who made the video. People make lists all the time, but because someone reacted to it, other people felt comfortable reacting to it too because they saw some drama in it. There was no drama before the first reaction. I don't know who it was, but that's the person who birthed it. Also, there's been a total of like Trey Good and everybody involved in the list has made a series of videos about the lists. And granted, like it's gonna get views, that's why. Course. But I can't sit there and watch all 20-minute videos of all the dozens and dozens of list videos that were made. So I don't know what have you kept track? Because I don't know what anybody believes.
I'm just talking about LSK. Everybody else, I really don't care because once I watch like 2 minutes of somebody else's video, then I'm like, yeah, no, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
So you watched LSK's whole video?
No, I didn't. Because after he said that Flight is better than Davis, yes, I was like, that's a level of diss. That's a level of diss. That's what I'm saying.
Because LSK was there.
LSK's lost to Davis. Duke and Davis were on the same team and they beat LSK and
we played not we, I just sat on the sideline. But I watched, they played all day. Like it was like 6-7 hours recording basketball videos. I don't think he actually believes that.
But he put it in there though. And he said it very sincerely. Like, nah, Flight, he can beat Davis. And he said Flight can beat Korzimba. And I'm like, there's no actually way.
Nice too.
And here's a part of me is like hating because it's like, I low-key think Davis is better than me.
At basketball?
Yeah.
Why is that low-key? I'm not trying to be funny. He would destroy you.
Disrespectful.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
But if Davis is better than me and LSK thinks Flight is better than Davis, that means he also thinks that Flight is better than me.
No, that's actually
coming from somebody who's
flawed logic. We keep going.
I mean,
it's like if I told you always. That's like the Raptors beat the Warriors, but then the Warriors beat the Celtics. So that means the Raptors have to be better than the Celtics. That's not how matchups work, but you know that because you do this for a living, right?
Any whoozy. Yo, what I'm saying is,
I don't have to mansplain to you that, right?
In any,
someone hit me with that recently.
Who?
On some?
Never mind.
Accused me of mansplaining.
Only a woman would say that, and there's no way that another man would say it.
And I was like, yo.
Why am I talking to you?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like there's a million things you want to say, but then you don't even know what the first one should be. Mm-hmm. So you just let it all sit because it's not worth.
Exactly. So I was gonna sit there. I was just like, yo, all right, because I can't. Because if anybody ever said that shit to me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not talking to you. But anyway, going back to the thing, if he basically saying that Flight is better than me, and coming from someone who's played Davis and watched all of Flight's videos, I know for a fact that Davis would easily beat Flight, and B, I'm better than Flight. So I don't like.
I be forgetting we got some new technology on the podcast. Let me just.
What are you about to
pull up LSK's lists?
Oh yeah, LSK. Yeah, LSK. That list is trash. And then he put some sweats in there too with regular. What's up with your internet? What's up with your internet, bro?
It's mad slow on this, but it's not my internet. It's actually the network card. My PC is perfect.
Make sure you get your charger because the way he's about to die. Matter of fact,
it's not even here, bro. It's over there.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Dangerous lines that you like to just live on are just ridiculous.
Fuck it. Hey, can you guys stop on Twitter and on Instagram dropping these lists like which table would you sit at or bench start cut? You know people is real bored right now because they're like you know those games they used to do in like 2012 on Facebook, like which player is on your birth month and your birthday. Mm-hmm. Now, what if you had to start a podcast with them? I'm like, oh my God, man. This is the shit that was popping in 2012 Facebook. Are we really doing this right now? Is what we've come to? Who was that?
That's Ash.
That a titty?
Yeah.
What the hell, man? Yeah. Where is that on? OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans. So like I said,
was that like some breaking news, man? You just had to break that out now?
I remember last podcast, you was like, how do you know? And I was like,
oh, okay. So you just got the thing loaded. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
You see it again?
Yo, what's up with you?
I ain't get a good look, bro. Let me see.
All right, I got you. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, let me see that.
I don't even know if it was really that lit of a picture, but hey, that's how she's giving it up.
Word.
It's tough, bro.
Why is it cool to be modest for women? Like everyone wants to pretend that they're modest, but
I don't know, but
that's not even. Whoa, bro! I ain't even peeped that.
Oh, I thought that's when you said that. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Damn! I didn't even see that the first time.
Hey, so go back to what I said before.
Oh man!
I said what they'll do is they'll say, "Oh no, I ain't gonna do that." Then it goes from, "Oh, well, I'll think about it." Then it's now you're doing it.
Just dabbling
and then
in
the content just keeps. You know
yes, I've been thinking about this topic, Lo. Since we're on the topic of losing control, I was thinking about this last night. See, I maintain the belief that most good things come when you restrict yourself from the things you want to do, which sounds like backwards, but I technically right now would love to eat like a shake and bake garlic steak burger and some chips, but I know I shouldn't do that. And I know in the long run, I'll actually be way happier if I don't do that right now type. You know what I mean? And so if you expand that logic across the different realms in your life, then what's stopping you from just resisting all your temptations in the hopes that you benefit long term? So that's how bored I've been.
But it's easier said than done though.
Way easier said than done.
I mean that's the whole concept of temptations.
So when is it appropriate to chase a temptation?
It may not be necessarily ever. I guess possibly the only way that it may be good is if there's something beneficial coming behind it.
But technically there's always something beneficial or else there wouldn't be a temptation.
No, well, I see what you're saying. But like something that's like for real beneficial, not just you getting high. Like something that's going to be beneficial and productive to a bigger cause. However, I see what you're saying, but I would argue the only way to get around those type of things is just do it in intervals. Like don't indulge in it.
Yeah. So that's why I did I tried some new shit every month up until February. Because it was just easier to start things that way.
Yeah.
And then even when you don't force yourself to do them, you just find yourself doing them way more than you used to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Are you really good at that? Because like you said, you turn them into like challenges.
Yeah.
And so for you, like if you can just find some form of I guess for you it's entertainment, but like something more than just I'm overcoming my temptations, but also just the challenging aspect of it. Yeah.
But temptations could just be something as simple as like today I had the laziest day I've had in probably weeks where I just watched Netflix and tried to get Valorant keys on Twitch streams all day. Mm-hmm. That was like a temptation because technically I want to do that every day. But I also know that today I feel way worse than I did yesterday when I was way more productive.
I understand.
Yeah, so I always see people that aren't productive look at productive people like, yo, you're missing out because you're not spending time enjoying it, doing the fun shit that I do. But then the productive people, I don't know. It's such an interesting balance. Technically, it is a balance. But I feel like instead of trying to be in the middle, yeah, you might be right about the intervals. You probably stand to benefit by being on the one side, OD productive sometimes, and then on the other side, just having a whole lot of fun other times.
Yeah, intervals. Speaking of having fun, because this is what Davis and Malik are doing too. So what are you doing once we get off of lockdown?
I don't even know. I don't know, making more money.
No, we going to.
Oh, we doing that for sure. But I don't think we should do that off rip. Like the second the lockdown is lifted does not mean the virus is gone. No. But I've been trying to convince people for a while. I've been just people that I don't even really know that well. I've been like, yo, what do you think about like, I don't know, dude, going to Japan? And everybody said no. You know what I mean? I tried to put together a trip to Switzerland with a whole bunch of people skiing. In October.
I'm definitely not doing that.
And nobody was with it. And I was like, I don't want to ski in Switzerland. All right, how about Germany? Let's go Germany, man. No. Everyone was saying no. Now, lockdown happens, and everybody's inspired to travel. You know how easy it's been to make plans with people? Hey, you want to go to London? Hey, what month? As soon as it's over, fuck it. Let's book the tickets now. Like, it's so simple now. Everyone's been so inspired to travel. I don't even have to attempt to convince people no more. You, bitch, I ain't there to get you out the fucking dungeon. And now we got these South Korea plans. Oh, now we going crazy in South Korea.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Because the only reason why I want to go to South Korea is I want to leave. If I do something big like that, it's going to leave the country. Because I've already been to New York. I've already been to California. I've already been to like a lot of the
that's facts.
States that people like to travel to. So I don't want to. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, I don't necessarily want to go out of my way to do all that stuff. I've been watching a whole bunch of Korean videos on YouTube.
Oh,
the street food looks crazy. The arcade life looks immaculate. Like I told you, Hori Gaming just put their whole on. They
gotta pull up to that.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
and it looks like Have
you ever done that before? Just went to like a very different culture?
No. And also that's the final thing. I've never done something that's non-American.
Yeah, so
outside of eating food that y'all may bring to the house every now and then. Like
really?
That
I realize that people in the South are so American that anything that's not American is like repulsive to them.
Yep.
And it's like, but why though? So like when I go to Ethiopia, it's such a different lifestyle. That's the only time I've ever went somewhere and actually lived there. And I guess when we go to South Korea, we're gonna be there as tourists. But I would be more interested to go there and be more like a local, you know what I mean? So I'm not just going to the sites to see the sites type. Like, I mean, I'm talking to people there. I'm pulling up and doing this, and I'm coming more community type shit. Because I don't know, it's so cool to me that you can go 1,000, like 5,000 miles in a direction, and then nobody is like you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At all.
We gonna be foreign. Yeah. We be the only black people there. But
who's the comedian that had that bit that was like Americans like have such a big ego? They'll go into another person's country and call them foreigners.
That's crazy. I don't know who said that, but I
forgot who it was. It was a funny bit.
That sounded like an American type of stuff. But yeah, I just want to do that because, and we were even watching videos to kind of understand the culture. You know what I'm saying?
They said you can't talk on trains. I was like, I have headphones on anyway. Fuck it.
You have when you receive things, you have to do it with two hands. You can't write in red ink. Like, whole bunch
you can't even say no to food. Like, I might be fasting.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not trying to disrespect you.
You gotta share, man.
If
you drink, they said that like when they pour alcohol, the youngest person has to pour the alcohol for the eldest.
Oh,
and stuff
for
like
real?
That. Yeah,
that's tough. That's tough.
So
hey, if anyone's watching from South Korea, leave a comment right now.
Big facts. And also, when you eat with your chopsticks, you're not supposed to like leave them sticking up.
I ain't know that. I did that at Benihana's in New York.
Jesus. But I just want to go to be like in a different environment. And then, so facts. if it wasn't South Korea, then obviously like Africa. But those are probably the only two.
Africa's a setup. I'm not gonna lie. I would have to know people there.
You know people there.
I know people in Ethiopia and maybe like a few in Kenya.
So how much Ethiopia is in?
It's in Africa, but that's a country. Like I don't know anybody in South Africa or Ghana but I would like to go to Nigeria. Like that'd be tough.
That would be tough.
But also, I wouldn't trust not a single soul, yo.
You're ridiculous.
I done heard too many things about Nigerians, man.
But yeah, that's what I want to do. And like I said before, though, that's South Korean food. The South Korean food, I don't know if they're trying to have like a Korean type of vibe to American food, But that's what it looks like. Or maybe I'm just so stubborn as an American. I just think that everything that we eat over here is American food.
But that's part of like going there and being a part of their culture. Breaking down those like just the shit you believed your whole life was one way. Actually, it could be a whole lot of different ways.
Big facts.
Yeah, it's always interesting. When people tell me like they love to travel, I always thought to myself like, who doesn't like to travel? And then I came here and I was like, oh, a lot of people in the South would rather just stay here than do anything else, which I kind of respect, you know. Even when I go places, like if I go to LA on the third, fourth day, I'm like, yo, get me back home. Facts. And the only time I haven't felt like that was when I moved from Toronto to Atlanta. I had to go to LA for a trip very soon. So I was only here for like a few days, I think, before I went to LA. Yeah. I didn't even technically feel like I had a home. So I was very comfortable in LA because Atlanta was not home. And Toronto was no longer home. So I was like, oh, I'm cool here in LA. Meanwhile, Duke is like, I'm trying to go back home. David's trying to go back home. And we always like we stay too long is what I realized. That's a mistake. I don't know if you do that, but when I go somewhere.
I don't go nowhere, so no.
I realized when I went to the 2K18 event in New York, I stayed like 6 days because I was chilling with Waffle Man, Too Cool, and them. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be tough. But on like the fourth day, I was like, bro, what was I thinking? Because it's cool to chill and all, but I do not want to be away from home for this long. This is crazy.
I guess technically we need to go to New York because we got to pull up on Waffle Man, Too Cool,
of course,
and J-Bo and them. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I don't want to what you call it. And I just thought about that. Since you from Toronto, it's definitely more cultures.
Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah, cultures and ethnic. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just all over the place. There's more people.
Have you been drinking?
There's more people from other places and stuff like that. So it's more. What is it called? Diverse. It's way more diverse than.
Yo, come on, Lo.
It's way more diverse in the South.
I need to get a towel. No cap. See me? Actually, there's a towel right there.
Why?
Because my leave-in conditioner is hitting my neck a certain way. I also have to get the charger for my laptop.
Yeah,
so allow me.
To get that,
so talk. I'll be back.
Yeah, but so it's way more diverse and stuff like that. So I understand why in your like field, the way you view it, don't hit the camera. In your view it,
you think so? You think I should avoid the camera?
Yeah, you should avoid the camera. Yeah, for sure. Big facts. So I can understand that. Why? Why would you do that? And you hitting the lights. But because it's more diverse, you see more people, and so you're a part of more cultures and stuff like that. But for me, it's nothing but like Southern food, Southern people, Southern women, which I'm gonna miss my Southern queens. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm probably not. That's another thing. If we go to Korea, South Korea,
I think it's gonna be really easy.
I think
to talk to women there.
But that's the thing.
The ones who aren't interested they're just gonna keep walking. They're not even gonna stop, right? And those who are interested are gonna be like, "Whoa, this is a unicorn. What are you doing here, man?"
But the thing is, I'm not attracted to those type of women, or at least I don't know yet. And so that's also gonna be a really good thing. I'm not gonna be like trying to chase women
horny
or something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to phrase it like that, I'm gonna be there knowing what I want to.
I can't hit shit. Yeah, Toronto's way more multicultural. Actually, the most multicultural city in the world, statistically speaking. Although that's kind of like a fake stat because it's mostly like 3 fucking countries. It's not like there's a whole bunch of. Well, there is, but it's mostly just Chinese. Whole bunch of Indians.
I'm never around any Chinese. I grew up with one Asian American friend, and that's it.
For real. Now you didn't even call him Chinese. Cool. You called him Asian American.
I mean, I want to even be disrespectful.
Someone told me like, if I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Oh, you African Canadian," I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I've never heard nobody call me no African Canadian.
I forgot what country he's from, but like he was mad cool actually, like real cool.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully I see him at my reunion and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, word. Yeah, no doubt.
Big facts.
Yeah, which is also a bad thing in Toronto as well. People don't acknowledge that, but especially first generation immigrants, especially when they're really old, the statistical likeliness that they're gonna be racist as shit is high as fuck. So that's also annoying, especially when you walk into convenience stores and shit. But
I'm anticipating that when we go to South Korea anyway.
Oh, without a doubt.
In the South, even though we all Americans, people still.
That does not happen here, bro. I rarely feel like people act based off of my color.
Oh, well, they don't. They don't act. They don't act.
It's
on
very
it
rare.
No, they don't act. And plus, we're on the side of town where it ain't that crazy. Go down south. Go south, and you'll feel it.
Fuck it, I might have to. Road trip.
No, please stop. No.
Road trip. I had a cop tailgate the shit out of me the other day for no reason, bro. I was just pulling up to the.
I don't know why you keep thinking there's no reason, but okay.
I put up to the halal spot. You know what I mean? There's an op on the side with his lights on. A man is cruising at the speed limit, doing my thing. He must have called in or something because in a matter of no time, like an airdrop, cop not only just rammed from behind me and slammed his brakes from behind me, but then I went left because I was turning into the plaza to get my little halal ground meat. And then he sat there with me. So he had an ample 3 minutes to search up my license plate. And I was hoping he didn't come up with nothing because
I don't know why. I don't know. Again, I'm confused to why you think that's for no reason, but okay.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You can keep
so
telling
odd.
yourself.
That's so odd.
Yeah,
Huh?
all right, yeah, you can keep telling yourself.
They must really want to talk to me. They're like, I wonder who's in that whip.
Yeah. you can keep telling yourself that, but
word. I heard you can make a donation to the police stations and then they might like lay off you if you.
I'm the one who told you that.
Oh, you told me that? I thought Davis told me that. No cap.
Why would Davis know that?
I don't know.
You don't know nothing about. Come on.
Oh, so you just know it all,
Davis,
huh?
No, I don't know it all.
So you
but
think
Davis
you think I could donate? That's basically bribing, isn't it?
I mean, allegedly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Allegedly,
That's
you might as well do it though.
I was dead ass.
You should allegedly.
What's an appropriate amount? Like $1,000?
I don't know. I don't do things like that. I don't know why you. I don't know why you asking me.
Good question, man. How much is how much is enough so that when I get stopped next time they'll be like,
oh
no, you good,
Mr. Dean? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, sir. Sorry for making your day so inconvenient.
Word.
No. I mean, I don't know, man. That's
I thought you had the answers, man. I'm looking for answers
I don't do things like that. I just get stopped and harassed until they figure out who I am, and they hopefully won't do it as much as they used to.
How do they know who you are?
Because they just keep pulling me over so many times. I told you the story when
what?
Yeah, when I used to go to work at Walmart, I used to get off at roughly around the exact same time almost every single day. Like 90% of the time I would get
and they're
off.
just waiting for you like, yeah, we see the Highlander, pull them over.
No, I had a white Camry, a 97 white Camry. And they would pull me over and they would sit there and say, well, we got to report that somebody stole a Camry in the area.
What the fuck?
So and I'm like,
stop all Camrys?
And so then I'm like, I was thinking, so you just stopping all white Camrys? And if you really think about it, Camrys are like just at a high density down where I'm from. Like it's just like you can spot a Camry everywhere.
Word. So
then I'm like, okay. So after he stopped me the first time, I got stopped the second time, and on the third time I asked, and this is all within a month's time. So now I asked, like, why don't I just run my plate? Because I'm the same person. They'll keep stopping around the exact same time because I'm getting off work and I have my badge here. Like, it's the same person. The fourth time they pulled me over, they actually stopped me and told me to get out the car so they can search the car.
Which they can't do legally.
Yeah, they can't do legally, but I mean.
Why don't you tell them that?
Oh. So you're new to America, I see.
I guarantee there's no op that's ever. They could try.
I see.
They're gonna have to shoot me before they come. They come with a warrant, and I'll show you the bow and arrow. Look, it's on the passenger seat.
I see.
The 2-inch spacers are right there underneath my seat.
I see.
I guarantee you, they're not looking at my shit without a warrant.
I see you're new.
Guarantee you that.
So they're just gonna hold you then.
Do that.
No, I wasn't.
See if I don't drop my fucking vlog next day. Hey, check it out. Just police officers abusing the law. I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
No. I just got off work. I wasn't trying to sit there and have myself.
Nah, that's fucked up. I'd be like, do you have a search warrant? No. Do you have probable cause? No. Then what the fuck are we doing right now, bro?
Oh, no, he had probable cause. He thought I stole the car.
That's not probable.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just telling you that's what the answer was.
That's very tough, man.
And then by the time I was sitting on the curb and they were going through my car, some more officers came, one of which...
I hate that shit. I hate that when like 7 squad cars pull up for a speeding ticket. What? Are y'all bored?
And it's on the side of town where they are bored. There's nothing to do.
Oh my God.
And so he pulled me over and they were like, one of the officers who came was like, oh no, this is his car. I stopped him earlier this month. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. Thanks for vouching for me. And so then I got in the car. And literally 3 weeks later, somebody stopped me over again, came up to me and it was like, oh, sorry, I just ran your information. It's in the system that, this is your car. Sorry about pulling you over.
There's no way they were doing that to every Camry on the street.
No, they weren't. They weren't doing it to every Camry.
Luckily, I'll never have to deal with that specific problem.
It was an older Camry, and I think my side door had a dent in it. But it's like it's the same car that's coming through the same road.
Also, that old ass '97 Camry you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Who cares if that's stolen? How is that worth pulling over dozens of people?
They're not pulling over dozens of people.
Pulling you over dozens of times.
Exactly. They're not pulling over dozens of people. No,
it's not worth it. It's not like they stole a Maybach. No, they stole a fucking '97 Camry. Who cares?
Let me. Nobody stole a Camry. They just gave an excuse to pull me over.
Nah, I hate that shit.
Let me.
They'll try that shit. Like I know eventually I'll have on like my purple underbody lights, and they'll be like, "Do you know why I stopped you?" And I'll be like, "No, officer. Do you plan on telling me?" Because that was a rhetorical question. And then the officer's gonna go, "Your underbody lights are blue." And I'll have to explain to him the difference between purple and blue. I'm waiting for that fucking moment because blue is illegal. Purple is perfectly fucking fine, and purple looks beautiful on my whip. But to be fair, the cops here have been like real nice, even though the two ones that gave me speeding tickets.
Man, those two.
Yeah, they were. I mean, I haven't had no like disputes, and they just you know what they do? They'll ask you like, why were you speeding? And that is your one chance. You have like 30 seconds to explain why you shouldn't get a ticket, and then that's it. In Canada, it was a little different. They would ask you that question, go back to their car, come back, talk to you some more, and you can extend that convo for minutes on end. I deadass had a whole speech prepared every time I got pulled over. Had to get back, make my YouTube videos. What? YouTube videos? Let me tell you about it. And then eventually you rope them into the point where like...
Oh my God, stop.
You rope them into the point where they just don't even give you a ticket. And it works very effectively. But here, since you only get 30 seconds to make your case, what do I say? I haven't been successful. I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah, I know. You're going to be 0 for 3 and 0 for 4 if you keep speeding.
I don't do it no more.
Okay, good. You've learned. But no, what about to say?
I mean, I lied. I just don't do it excessively. Obviously, at speed. What the fuck?
What about to say? I
don't do it excessively.
No, because since we're closer to the city than where I used to live, then they actually have, shit to do. So they don't just always sit around.
Yeah.
Because if you're in like some of those more rural areas, they don't have shit to do and they just sit around all the time. And to the point where I knew where they would be sitting at when I would drive home. Also to the point where I would actually just take back roads because I was like, I don't want to feel like dealing with y'all anymore. And I would take a longer way home just because I didn't feel like dealing with them.
Oh yeah, in Toronto I did that too. There's specific streets I knew there was gonna be flooded, and they were just gonna be looking for reasons like, hey, you just noticed your license plate, like I couldn't see it, so I just pulled you over. Turns out I could see it, like type. They just come up with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I hope that day never comes where they try and violate me like that.
Oh, they violate me more times than that too. I had a gun pulled out on me.
What did you do?
Nothing.
They just like, hey, dude.
No, it was my tail light was out, pulled me over, and we was on
that's like the plot of what's that movie?
What are you talking about?
The movie I just dropped a few months ago is the two black people. They're going on a first date. One was a lawyer.
Oh, the Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, that shit. That's like out of that plot.
Queen and Slim or something.
Yeah, first of all, that's a hard movie. Second of all,
I never seen it.
Did yours go something like that?
No, I didn't see the movie, so I don't know how it went.
Oh, we should watch it together. It's a cool love story.
No. Don't tell me to watch a love story with you. That's wild. Don't ever say that again. That's the wildest thing you've ever said. But my tail light was out. He put his lights on, but we were on like a really dark street, so I didn't pull over immediately. I just pulled over until like I got off the exit into the gas station, and then I pulled over where it was way more light because it was at night. And then when he got up to my car, he was like, yo, why didn't you pull over immediately? And I was like, well, I didn't know, I didn't want us to be parked off at dark. It wasn't safe or anything like that. Really saying like, I don't trust you in the middle of a pitch black, like interstate. So I'm not going to do
Word.
that. So then, he's like, oh, okay. He went back. He didn't even, in the beginning, he didn't even tell me why he stopped me. So then he came back with the ticket and he sat there and said, oh, well, I caught you speeding. And then he gave some excuse, and he came back again and he said, well, I'm not going to write you for speeding, but I'm going to give you a warning for the tail light. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you, no, that's just ridiculous. So then I said, let me get your badge number. And this is the reason why I don't do what you just fucking said to do. I said, give me your badge number. And then he just rambled it off real quick. So I just got off school though, and I had my, had like a notepad off on my, like in my chair. And so while he was rambling it off, I went to go grab it, and then he pulled out his gun and said, "Oh, sir, wait, stop." I'm like,
I never understood that because it's a part of your job description is an inherently dangerous job.
Yeah.
So you can't pull a gun at everybody that's reaching for something. You sign up for it. You're acting like you sign up for the safest job on earth. Like, you're surrounded by pillows. Like, nah, you sign up for this job and there's going to be some, what do we call them? Insurgents? So there's going to be some risk? No, I'm talking about how do we describe the people, the problematic individuals? For sure. But then you can't just label everyone potentially problematic. And if you ever pulled a gun on me for a taillight, I don't know how it works here, but that's a lawsuit in Toronto because that's out of pocket. It claimed all kinds of emotional damage. All kinds of emotional damage. What were you thinking?
It just happens all the time. Same thing.
That's so crazy.
Same thing happened where my same car I'm driving, pulled over, and something was wrong with. I think it was just my my EGR valve.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, word.
Yeah. Word.
We asked Walid about that later.
I had my hood up, and I'm in the middle of the street, and like I told you, if you're in the middle of the street, like cops will just see you and like try to figure out what's going on. So I had my car pulled over to the side, and I was in my car.
How many times have you been pulled over?
There was a time where I was getting pulled over like twice a month. Deadass.
Hey yo. That's wild.
Yeah, it is. So then I had my car pulled over. The cop comes behind me. He's like, "Hey, I'm just checking everything good." And the problem is like, "Oh, man, that's nice. Checking up on me. That's cool."
You come with cookies?
And I was like, "Nah, everything is good. Just having a hard time starting up, but I think I got it." He came over. He's looking at it. He's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna leave you to it." And so then I went back in the car. I sat down, and then I got back out the car. And he was like, "Whoa, sir, don't get out the car yet. Let me get in my car. Let me pull off first, and then you can get out your car."
As if like what? You gonna spray him down in broad daylight?
So then I'm like, and that's happened to me twice, where another cop pulled me over, and I was like, "Why are you pulling me over right now? Like I really don't have time for this." And I think I think it was the same thing with my EGR valve, where if I didn't like leave it running for a while, if I came to a complete stop, it would just shut off, and I have to do something else to it. So then when he left, I got out the car, and he said the same thing to me. Other cop said the same thing, like, "Sir, stay in your car, sir, until I leave, then you can get out your car." And I'm like, "You've already done everything. You looked at my license. You didn't write me a ticket. You done all that. You looked at my tag, all that stuff. Like, you're about to leave. Why would I all of a sudden be like, you know what? Even though he's about to leave, now I'm about to go just act crazy on you real quick. Why would I do that?" But literally, like, had a heart attack. He's like, sir, stay in the car until I get in my car and back out, and then you can get out your car.
Why don't they
it was coolant. That's what it was. My car was overheating, and then I pulled over, and I was like, "Yo, I'm trying to." And I told him like, "Yo, I'm trying to put coolant in my car." That's why I was off to the side, and he was like, "Sir, I get it." Like literally, we just got done talking about how I needed coolant. Then I'm about to get on my car to put coolant in the car, and he's like, "Sir, I get it, but just wait in the car until I pull off." Why do all that?
Yeah. Do they just assume everybody is... Well, I mean, no, I don't even understand it. That makes no sense to me.
If you came over, if you took out... you didn't even have to come over to my car.
What the fuck is wrong with them? What the hell is that? I'd be furious if someone... Yeah, what was good with you, bro? You stopped to check on me. You thought I was a murderer or something? You stopped to check on murderers usually? Yeah, that's interesting. Now, hopefully I don't run into anything like that here. Ever.
You probably won't. You probably live on a better side of town. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the streets. You know what I'm saying? They just always labeling us.
Talk about that?
Us black queens. I mean, kings.
Whoa. Hey, listen, man.
It's been a long day, man.
Word, okay. Can we talk about that? There is an addiction, I feel like, out there in the world right now that everybody wants to claim that they're hood, yo. Everybody.
That's not
even
new,
though people. No, but I feel like it's been getting worse. Or have I just been talking to the wrong people?
You've been talking to the wrong people.
Well, I'm like, yo, I know you didn't come. Yeah, bro, we know that though. But then you watch a music video and you're like, yo, why are you doing that? Like, who are you trying to fool? You grew up in a nice suburb, man. Stop playing. Who thinks they're getting more points when they do that?
A lot of people do.
Have you ever looked at somebody and thought like, oh, in my head you got some more points because you just did that right there?
That's where I grew up from. Literally, kids used to do that all the time when I was in high school, where they just act like. They didn't want to act like the county that I'm from. They didn't want to act like I'm not from here. I'm from over here. I'm like, you're like, that's one county over, dude. Like, it's the same. You're in the same vicinity. I don't know why you think you hard. And it's like, literally, they just were born there and probably spent like They like when they were 3 or 4 years old, they came over here, and I'm like,
Word.
no, you're from over here.
Oh, is it embarrassing to be from like even middle? They don't even want to be like in the middle, Lo. They want to make it clear, everybody on social media, that they came from the absolute bottom, which is like,
you get more points. You come from the bottom, you come up.
Though? How?
If you come from the bottom and come up, you come across like you were a made man or a made woman.
I'm gonna be real with you. Although there is some disadvantages in starting from the bottom, I feel like because of the internet, a lot of those previous boundaries don't exist, especially when it comes to entertainment.
They still exist though.
I do have a lot of respect though when, like, for if making it out for you is like getting into like an Ivy League school or something, and you did that in a very horrible area, because it can be very difficult to study OD when everybody around you just does not give a shit and your graduation rate is not up there.
Facts.
So I mean, I guess I don't know. Sometimes people try to discredit me like that. They'd be like, "But you came from like this place." I'm like, first of all, you didn't know where I came from.
Yeah, but it comes across like you have like a massive advantage.
But everybody is going to be advantaged and disadvantaged. Are we keeping track? Like, think about
that's literally
think
what
about
that
the
is,
extent
though.
to which.
But that's
right?
literally what that is.
Because then, what? You only had a mother. Your father wasn't in your life. Well, then that's a disadvantage. But then we're gonna start fucking writing down pros and like weighing lists.
But that's literally what that is, though.
I feel like anybody who actually engages in that type of rhetoric is not going to be successful.
I'm gonna say most
because
of
they're too busy trying to paint the image of success, or maybe trying to convince themselves that the reason why they haven't seen some progress is because of their disadvantages. Which is why I always appreciate when like the Kevin Harts of the world just are always that he's so positive it's scary. And he's actually made it like one of the main messages in his recent specials, because it's like, yeah, he came from a very horrible area, true, but we don't have to put nobody down. Like, you're gonna grow up. Even the richest individual, Lo, is lonely as shit, and he'll hop online and he can't relate to nobody about the types of shows you watched or that thing your mom used to do because she didn't want to pay for this. Instead, she came up with this ghetto solution. He's never going to be able to relate to the average person. And for him, there's going to be a chasm in his heart. So a little bit of loneliness, the fact that he can't relate with those people. You don't have that because you grew up the way a lot of different people grew up. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's like, I don't know. That shit is always real corny. And anytime especially since I came here, it's been happening to me a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think you're cooler. I don't think that what you did is way more impressive. What are you doing right now? Like, what have you done in the last month? Keep talking about what, like, the way you were born, and we get it. There's systematic oppression. Some people have a way worse opportunity than the next person. But instead of using that as an opportunity to help elevate people, it's usually used in an attempt to help, what's the opposite of that? Shoot someone down. Like, to shit on them.
I see what you're saying.
It's the ego thing, really. It's a pride thing.
I get it, it's the ego, but I'm just saying, like, that's what they're doing. They're trying to, like, make sure it can be understood that even though, really what it is this. The people who use that normally haven't accomplished that much.
I don't know a single successful person. Oh, no, that's cap.
No, I mean,
in rap
plenty.
songs.
Yeah, no,
but that's just because it sounds cool. And
I mean, not even just rap. I mean, there's plenty of people who came from nothing and made a lot of themselves. So it's not like, that's not like that crazy. I mean, there's plenty of people in, especially in politics and stuff like that. There's plenty of people who are like that. However, in their mind, when people do it as consistently as you do it, as what you're saying people do, normally those are the people who haven't really accomplished much.
Word?
So the way that they try to make it seem like they've accomplished a lot is by lowering the floor for them. You see what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So if they're lowering the floor, if they only at 20% and you at 60, what they'll say is, well, you started at 0 and got to 60, but I started at -40, so it's still basically 60 right there. We basically doing the same thing. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes resentment comes with it. Let that settle in real quick. Moment of silence. Sometimes I feel like also accompanied with that kind of rhetoric is also a little bit of resentment and also envy, which I understand because I felt like that sometimes, especially growing up when I saw somebody with a whole lot of shit he didn't really do nothing for.
Yeah, big facts.
And in my mind, I'm like, why wasn't I blessed enough to have all of that without having to work for? Why do I have to work my ass off just to get some of what he got growing up?
Big facts.
So, but I felt like that was something to work on. I didn't feel like that was something to double down on.
But when I was growing up and I saw people do that, because people used to like, when I was growing up, they used to like brag about like the stuff that they had and they wore. And my mom like, that's not really yours though. That's like your mom bought you that. So I never really felt like we were like, sure, maybe we were at a disadvantage, but it wasn't because of something that me and you did. It was something that somebody else did that impacted our lives. So you bragging about something, I get it, like you got it, but it's not like you earned it, or it's not like you went out. It's not like you did it. It was just somebody else who did it, which is fine. But I'm not going to get offended by that. But that's also part of the reason why when I go to my high school reunion, we're going to really figure out what you've been doing. We're going to figure out what you've been doing.
Okay, so I'm trying to pull it up, but I don't think I'm remember. This is like Jubilee.
I'm not doing
Okay,
this.
whatever. There was like this Jubilee video.
You have to react to those type of videos.
Which I know, because I saw PewDiePie doing it. And first of all, PewDiePie is a great reactor, which is a skill. I'm not going to lie to you. Because there's some very boring reactors that don't add anything to the video.
Big facts.
PewDiePie is not one of them. He is hilarious. But there was this Jubilee video where, I don't know if it was Jubilee, it was one of those like media companies where like everyone stands in a line and there's a whole bunch of different lines, but everyone starts in the middle, right? And they list off a whole bunch of advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, Jubilee.
If your father wasn't in your life, go back 2 steps.
Yeah, Jubilee.
And they go back 2 steps. And at the end of it, after asking all of those questions, you got a chance to see how like it's an arbitrary thing. It's an arbitrary thing, but how disadvantaged you were relative to other people.
I see what you're saying. I know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's Jubilee though. I think maybe Vox. But I know exactly.
Okay, yeah.
I know exactly
but I thought it was a fascinating video because first of all, some of the stuff that they were saying in the video, I didn't even consider because I already had that. To me, I was like, not having that was lunacy. And then you saw people step back and like, you ain't had that neither? You know what I mean? Like, did you grow up in a county with a graduation rate that was lower than, and it's like, oh man, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, big fact.
And so I kind of played along in my head to see where I landed up, and I was like,
you were at the top, right?
The tippity top.
The privileged ass. She was always at the top.
I was above average. But
privileged.
So it's like, so there's schools of thought to this shit. Yeah, in many different ways.
No, you're just
100%. There's
you have white privilege.
I would like that. I would love to have that. I wouldn't love to be white, obviously, to clarify. But I would love to have the privilege.
Sure?
Yeah. Very sure. So there's 2 different schools of thought. There's the, I don't have shit, so I have no option but to work hard.
Yeah.
But there's also the, I don't have shit and I'm never going to have shit. Let me give up. And then on the other spectrum, there's the people like Kobe Bryant. I remember he talked about this. Well, he said that there were people that used to mock him because he didn't come from like the worst area in Philly.
Yeah.
And so that actually made him work harder. The fact that they thought that he was going to, like, you thought you was going to catch Kobe lacking in high school because he didn't grow up down here with you.
Yeah.
But Kobe was going to outwork you regardless of whether or not he had other options.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then on the other end, it's you've been gifted with plenty of different privileges that other people don't have. So then now you're lazy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to work hard, so you don't want to work hard. And you can land on either side of the spectrum regardless of how much privilege you have, but it's always interesting to me how somebody justifies where they land on one of those. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different ways to define privilege. And like you said, I think when you get to the point where people may have conversations or, you know, bring up topics in certain scenarios in their lives, and you tell yourself, well, I didn't even think about that. Like that's when you probably start to understand your privilege and even respect it and really start to because I started doing that with my mom like recently. I was just thinking like, man, like we didn't grow up as bad as I may have thought we had in prior years.
You thought you grew up bad? Most children don't realize even when they grew up bad, they grew up bad.
No, but and the reason why I knew that I grew up bad is because of the situation where we lived at. Because we lived in an area where it was way more privilege than the average city and county in Georgia. However, we were like on the end of that. So I would go to school.
Yeah, okay, yeah, me too.
Exactly. So I would go to school with a whole bunch of privileged kids. And then in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I just stick out. However, if I went anywhere else, I would probably fit in way more. And like you said, I probably wouldn't recognize it. But I knew it from a very early age.
I felt, okay, so I when I went to uni, I really felt it because at least I could relate to the people that grew up around me when I was in high school. In uni, it wasn't multicultural Toronto no more. It was Niagara. And it was a lot of white people, which I kind of appreciated. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of cool to live in a very white area.
I'm good on that one.
But anyway, So we would be in like a class, and then we'd be in like a career class or something like that, or we're prepping for you have co-op. You know what that is? No. Basically, like when you work somewhere and you get credit, or sometimes you get paid. Okay. And so we were in the first few weeks of that, and they were just doing some lectures before we applied for different positions. And systematically, people will put their hand up and be like, "Oh yeah, actually, my dad knows somebody from the Toronto Raptors, and so he's gonna hopefully give me an opportunity." And then, "Oh yeah, my mom knows somebody from Volleyball Canada, and she's saying there might be an opportunity, so I'm gonna apply there." And I felt like I shouldn't have felt it, and I realized that when I felt it, but I felt like some envy. I was like, man, I don't have not a single connection. There's nobody that's gonna help me. And so this YouTube shit better work out, because otherwise, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Big facts. Because a lot of times it is like who you know. It's not what you know.
Not a lot. I'd say that's who you know is more important than what you're actually capable of.
Yeah, that is. Unfortunately, that is true.
Yeah,
that's very much
like. I'm trying to hire an editor for my second channel to help with videos. I'm not going to hire the greatest editor ever. I'm just going to hire the greatest editor that I know. See the difference? Okay. Yeah. So if I don't know you,
that's what that tweet was about?
Yeah.
A few people hit me up, was like, "Yo, what is that? What was that about?"
Oh, really?
They thought Waleed got let go, and I was like, "No, he's still upstairs right now. He's upstairs editing the video right now as we speak."
Yeah, no, but I did feel that, and I realized that was a toxic feeling to have. I shouldn't feel negatively because somebody else has something. Just because I don't have that thing.
You shouldn't, but it's still human though. Because
is it though?
Yeah, that is human.
No, I don't feel like that. You think the average human? I don't think other people were feeling that. I brought it up.
What?
Like that feeling I had when everyone was like, "Oh, I know this person," and it wasn't someone they knew. Sorry, it was someone that their parents knew or their uncle knew.
Exactly.
So when I went after we finished that class, I brought it up to a few of my friends, and both of them were like, "No, I just." Like, it didn't really affect them the way it affected me. So I was like, yeah, I guess that's not a normal thing. I should probably work on the fact that
I think that's envy is normal. It's a normal thing.
It shouldn't be though.
I mean, there's just degrees to it, but yeah. And I think more people get more upset about it when others don't understand it. I think that's the biggest plight of envy and like just being at a massive disadvantage, is that people don't understand it. And so they just expect you to do the same thing that everybody else is doing without either A, recognizing that you're at a massive disadvantage, or possibly even just B, giving you the proper acknowledgement that you were at a disadvantage and you got to the point that you are right now. And so a lot of people who are at big massive disadvantages, they just get to wherever they're at, and they want people to acknowledge that the massive hole that they had to dig themselves out of, even though they didn't put themselves into that. I said dig themselves out of, like they dug it, but the massive hole that they were placed in, and had to do best with the cards that were dealt with them. So like in that situation, they want to have acknowledgement that I made the best out of what I had to do. And so if I got here, it's because I worked extremely hard to get here. And in that same regard, they're misunderstanding maybe somebody else who's privileged, because in their mentality, they're believing that they just work hard than everybody else, and you didn't have to work hard, because everything is just absolutes to people who are as envious as that.
Yeah, that's another thing that is a whole nother topic. But people argue in absolutes with the hope of making their point more, like trying to reinforce their point, but really, you're diminishing your point. It's fine to use regular words. It doesn't have to be at either scale of the spectrum. When I was in my first and second year of uni doing sociology classes, I was feeling that, because a lot of that class was like, yeah, these people are disadvantaged here, and there's hierarchies like this, and the social structure is like this, and it benefits some, doesn't benefit others. And so I got into that, and I started to like feel really passionate about the people that were, one, very advantaged, and two, very disadvantaged. And then I found myself using the inevitable privilege of people as an excuse for when things didn't work out. And that's not a productive way to go about life. So I had to literally rid myself of that mindset, because for me, my memory sucks, and almost all of our tests were memorize this list, regurgitate it. It puts me at a huge fucking disadvantage. Yeah. And I know people that had great memories, and they studied fractions of what I had to study, and they still got better grades than me. But instead of nah, yeah, you know, that's not my thing. And so I'm just gonna, you know, fuck it. Like, what can I do? My memory is just bottom 5% of my people that are healthy in my age group. What the fuck am I gonna do about that? Can't really do shit aside from work even harder. So I just, instead of focusing so much on any kind of like hierarchical social structure, I just like, whatever happens, this is the result I want. I'm gonna work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I'm not trying to be the greatest memorizer. I did technically want to be first in every test. So I mean, but that's just me being competitive. That's just me being mad competitive. Like, you know, we'd be like, hey, what'd you get? 91, 92. Okay, so far I'm first. And so I'd ask all the other people that I knew were like going, like that actually gave a fuck about school. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, what'd you get? 95? And I'd have to text, yo, she got a 95. And so like after 24 hours goes by, we know who got the best grade in the class type. And
I feel like, I think it's all acceptable up to the point where as soon as somebody doesn't take the time out to understand why you may have been at a disadvantage, I think that's where people get upset. And that's where the envy really manifests itself. I think that's what happened when a misunderstanding manifests itself to envy, because people just don't take the time out to try to understand. Like, I think when I was growing up, people put me into what is it called? Special reading classes, because they thought I couldn't read. But the reality, I just had a speech impediment.
Hold on, read this right here. I'm gonna pull something up.
What a face ass. But the thing is, I had a speech impediment. So when I would speak out loud and I was reading things, it wasn't that I couldn't read it. It was just that I have a really bad stuttering problem. Mm-hmm. So
we used to. Sorry to cut you off. Since we were bullies in elementary school, which is 1 to 8 for us.
Who?
Us. In our school, everyone was bullied.
Oh, I thought you called me a bully. I was like, no,
we all
I'm
equally bullied. There was this one guy I remember who had a stuttering problem. And I had this one memory, and it's so bad. I'm gonna let you get back to your shit.
The fact that you remember you bullying somebody.
And they bully me too. You big forehead. You know what I mean?
You have a stuttering problem. That's what you jump to, right?
So every once in a while, but we were on some friendly shit though. We was friends, but you was getting bullied. Okay, right, so don't try me.
The friendly bully.
So I remember one time I was walking in the hallway. I was about to hit the staircase.
What you about to say is the most asshole thing you probably said in a while, but I'm gonna let you finish.
No, okay, this is let me finish. So I'm walking and I'm about to hit this wall and it's about to be a cutoff, right?
Okay.
And on the cross is my acquaintance at school. He had a serious stuttering issue. Now I don't know how bad your stuttering issue was, and I'm not trying to make fun of him. This is kind of what it sounded like. Okay. Let's say he wanted to say that is an iPhone. He go that is an iPhone. That's what it would look like.
Okay.
And so he started a sentence and then I looked at him, but then I kept walking. And then he didn't get the sentence started in time. And I just kept walking down the stair. I cut the corner, and I don't know what the fuck he wanted to say to me that day, bro. But I wish I just stopped because it's been eating me alive, bro. I really want to know.
Biggest dickhead in the YouTube community, bro. Yo, he's a dickhead, yo.
Oh, shit. Yo, I felt real bad about it once we got to high school because everyone kind of like matured a little bit. And we were like, oh, we have feelings. We should probably cut it out a little bit.
Damn, you're a butthole, bro. That's tough.
Was your stutter that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, all right.
But man, I completely forgot what I was about to say.
You were saying that you had a stuttering problem. You were in speech classes.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
not reading classes. And they thought I couldn't read, but it was actually I just had a stuttering problem, and that really fucked me up because I'm like, no, like because I can clearly look at it, read it, interpret it, and understand it. Yeah, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro?
This is different. When I got the Vaseline on my lips, I try not to even hit my lips. I gotta be more precise. So that's gonna be fucking up.
Hold on, well, we have one more shot. What's up with you, bro?
Next pod. Next pod, I'm gonna hit it, man.
You can't hit the water in your mouth. And you can't hit the bottle into
bro,
the trash
tell
can.
Your reading story, man. Tell the story.
I mean, I'm basically done with it, right? I mean,
I cut off the conclusion.
I couldn't read. They put me in the classes. I was upset by it, which just made me more. It's made me more frustrated by the whole situation. And so that level of frustration and misunderstanding can manifest itself into like a really nasty character trait.
Yes,
I think that's a huge problem with a lot of people. Like, for example, like you can't make that shot. Right, So now people may not understand that probably it's the light fixture that's in your way and stuff.
It is.
Like
The light
that.
fixture is definitely in the way.
But if we completely just ignore that and I just made fun of you because you can't make that shot, and even if I just got up and I made that shot, but I have much clearer eyesight to it without having a light fixture, I can just clown you for the rest of your life that you can't make that shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Without really putting things into context that you had a light fixture there.
But I mean, sometimes
But
the
you just
context
can't.
is
But
irrelevant.
you can't really make that shot. Yeah, context is irrelevant. You can't make that shot. You just can't make it.
I grew up in such a hostile environment.
You know why you
verbally.
missing it? Because you ain't saying Kobe.
That's what it was. Good call. I grew up in such a argumentative, confrontational life. Me and there was no such thing as losing an argument to my brother. I would rather die than lose an argument to my brother. And so we would argue for hours if he made me. You know what I mean? We used to play this game as kids where especially when my parents would take away the consoles and when we did something retarded, when my brother kept spamming D's on the report card. And it's oh, we lost the GameCube. What are we gonna do? We put so in Ethiopian culture we got pillow rooms. It's not the right name for them, but there's a huge carpet and it's surrounded by very comfy pillows. So people just kind of lounge and shit, lay on the floor. And so what we would do is we would set up goalposts and play this game called handball with this mini hoop basketball that we had. And we would just sit there for hours and complain I scored, bro. I just saw it hit the fucking pillow. I scored. So then I went from that to all the bullying we did to each other in school and throughout high school. And then in university, it was why are we getting along right now? What is going on? And there's nobody willing to argue with me. And so that's why when I left uni, I hit up Waleed because we had to argue from time to time. There's no such thing. We can't get along too much.
Yeah, no, you're a sick individual, though.
You can't get so me and Davis, how much do we argue?
Yeah, y'all argue way too much.
Yeah, bro, we got to argue at least this much. It's too weird if we don't do that.
Yeah.
I do that with you too. But you're usually one who actually incites the arguments.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you argue with me about some shit that is not the case.
No, I've
just for the sake of
if I'm trying to be funny, maybe, but I'm not serious when I do that now. Yo, you're ridiculous, bro. I swear, bro. Anything else, bro?
What's the worst thing you did?
What do you mean?
Ever? Is it something you could say on the podcast?
I don't think I've ever did something what you just did.
That was not. That's not the worst thing. That doesn't even breach remotely the worst thing. I hurt his feelings a little bit. I don't know. Maybe inspired him to work on his condition. I don't know, but it wasn't the worst thing. Not even close.
Man, I don't know if I did.
You know what? It's probably not something to say on the podcast. You're right.
I don't think I've done anything crazy though.
Nah, you could think of something, man.
I mean, I stole before, but I don't.
Oh yeah, we did that too.
You know what I'm saying?
How much did you steal?
Not just little small things. If I just wanted a chocolate bar, I'll just steal it. Allegedly.
Obviously. There was this convenience store that opened up and it was on the walk home. And when we walk home, it's a whole gang of us. And then as we continue walking, we all split up because homes is different ways. But the convenience store was close enough to the school where we would all go in at the same time. And it was the only convenience store where it was legal to steal.
What?
It wasn't. But there was just no consequences, so it's basically legal.
No, that's not how that works.
So I would go there, someone would have a backpack, right? There's a 2-man process, but when you have 4 2-man, it's like a 2-man game, right?
Yeah.
But when there's 4 of them, how you can spot us? You know what I mean?
What
yeah, they got the mirrors and shit to see across. So you just pull up with the backpack and get near the thing like this, open it up, and then I'll just be do I want this? In the bag. Do I want this? In the bag. And we did that for long enough to the point where it was clear that the convenience store was going to go out of business. And I'm telling you, it was 15 of us. We did it in rotations, for no reason. Other than the fact that the people that owned it were they were pretty we didn't used to do it.
Yeah.
But then they would stalk us we was about to steal someone. Then let's at least do the deed. And then they'll feel justified when you follow me around.
Y'all are the reason why black people get profiled.
No, they're the reason. They inspired us to steal. They inspired us.
Stop.
So it got to the point, after months of they weren't doing nothing and they couldn't do nothing. So we just took more and more and more. And then there was a breaking point where one day this one guy thought it was a brilliant idea to take their lawnmower. They had a lawnmower.
Oh my God, yo.
And then literally the next day on the Monday, they were like, yeah, the convenience store is closed down. And that sucked because that was the only convenience store.
Y'all are wild. Yo, that's ridiculous.
That was the only convenience store.
The fact that y'all robbed them out of business. Yo, come on, bro.
Hey, to be fair.
Come on.
To be fair, out of the probably, 50, 60 times it happened, I only participated in like 8 of them. The first like.
That sounds like cap.
No cap. Because the first 20, 25, I was like, I'm not that kind of guy. But then they wouldn't stop. I felt like a villain every time I walked in there. So I was like, yeah, I might as well be a villain at this point. Fuck it. So that's probably one of the worst things I did. We ran them like the man took a lawnmower and he didn't just leave it there, bro. He ran with the lawnmower. He brought it like, and if I'm not mistaken, he didn't even live in that direction. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, you were stupid.
That's a pretty horrible thing.
I don't think I've never done anything like morally bad.
That's cap.
I mean, but not bad to where like it's worth saying. I don't think I've ever done anything like that.
Seriously?
No. I'm a relatively low key type. I stay in the house all day.
I don't believe you at all, bro.
I stay in the house all day.
You definitely wagered somebody like $500 on a Halo 3 match. You know what I mean? And then you just screen peeked the whole time. Like you did some shit like that. Like
no, I've never done anything like that.
That's a lie, bro. You mean to tell me you're wholesome?
Do I come across as somebody who's done something
horrible?
No,
but the thing is everybody's done something.
Nah. The thing that I did to the girl that I talked about like in other podcasts, that's probably it. Because that's really the only thing on my conscience that just sits like, I'm like, man.
What did you do?
Where I was like, I was touching her and stuff like that on her knee and stuff like that.
No, that was just, you don't understand signals at all.
But that's it though. Like there's nothing else that like just sits on my conscience and I'm like, man, I really,
Nothing sits on my conscience though. That's not even. I don't even know if that's possible. I wonder what I have to do for something to like.
Yeah, that's right. You're a
weigh me down.
You're a sociopath.
Yo, low key, I'm very curious what it would take for me to stay up at night thinking like, bro, what did I do? How could I do something like that? Actually, no, that's cap.
I don't think, and I'm really thinking about it. Like I could have done a lot of things. Like I may have done like the regular, like when you're working and you clock back in. When you're supposed to go to when you're taking your lunch break and you clock back in, but you don't actually go back to work, you just act like you're still on your lunch break.
Fraud,
like stuff like that. That's all I would do, but nothing crazy though. And I could have did a lot of things. I could have stole money. I could have did a lot of shit. People, I don't know. I guess I'm just way too trustworthy because people like just entrusted me with a lot of things, and they could have just went left, but I just didn't do it.
Did you know that in suburbia, the deeper you go in suburbia, now, this is a linear scale. The less things there are to do where you live, the more likely you are to engage in reckless behavior as a result of the fact that you're bored. So there was a place that was a little further deep in suburbia than us, and everyone in our area was like, oh, they're all crackheads. We didn't really know none of them, but we knew that there was a stereotype that all they did was drugs all the time. So they started to build like a downtown where we lived and like movie theaters and a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. And so I had enough things to where I wasn't doing retarded shit just to pass the time. But I know people who grew up in good areas, but because they were just bored, they didn't have shit to do. They just did retarded shit all the time.
He's doing crack. Like, is that crazy?
Retarded? Very retarded. Especially if you did it over 5 times. Because I would understand a little bit if you understand yourself and you just want to try it and you stop because you realize it wasn't good.
I don't even drink. Like the only thing I've done crazy is
me neither, though.
Allegedly weed. That's it.
I haven't even done that. But yeah, luckily for me, I just gamed so much that when I wasn't out playing basketball, football, I would just be playing SOCOM and Super Smash Melee. That's what I was on.
Yeah, that's all I did too. Just stay at home, play video games, download a whole bunch of stuff on LimeWire.
Catch a virus every 3rd download.
Hey man,
yeah. So
that's like literally the worst thing. That might actually be the worst thing because the amount of stuff that I was just getting off on LimeWire.
So okay, wait.
I should be under the jail allegedly.
There was a stat I was watching a video on LimeWire because I barely knew how to use the internet. That was like when the internet was just coming up.
No,
and I had the slowest for me though. Yeah, okay. I had the slowest computer with the slowest internet.
You got dial-up?
For a while. My dad would pay $10 a month for dial-up, but it never worked. I'm like, Dad, just pay for real internet. What are you doing? But then he's like, no, it works. And then it never worked. Like, it worked like for 10 minutes out of the day. Anyway, the point I was trying to make. Oh, so I read this stat that there was an overwhelming amount of kiddie on LimeWire. And I downloaded a whole lot of shit, but I never came across that.
Yeah.
But think about how wild that is. I didn't even know that was going on until I watched a video about it like a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that shit is OD.
But the only thing I would look up is just music.
Me too. But they would slide it in the music. They would call it like this song, and then you download it, and it's not that. So you can accidentally, you don't have to look for it, but you can accidentally do that.
That's crazy.
But the degree to which gaming has kind of like kept me focused is wild.
It is. Same for me, yeah.
Yeah. Man, if I ever
and gaming doesn't get enough credit for that either, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while I see a tweet about like, man, gaming really saved my life.
Yeah.
Gaming's like,
who knows where you be right now, right?
I don't know what the fuck I'll be doing right now. If
Big
instead
facts.
of gaming, I was outside running all the convenience stores out of business.
Oh my God.
I don't know what I'll be doing, man. So, hey, shout out to all the incredible developers out there.
Yeah,
and the incredible publishers, you know, the CD Projekt Reds, the Naughty Dogs, Riot Games, killing it right now. Valorant looks really, really good. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to DICE before they were with EA. Shout out to most dev teams before they partnered with EA.
Facts. Big facts.
Like that's kind of what kept me sane. It was wild because my parents never really liked me playing games too much. They always tell me to get off the game.
I think almost every parent was like that, but I think now it's switched because I think a lot of people recognize it just keeps kids focused or like engaged in doing something else outside of being in trouble. How do you remember dial-up?
Yeah, it was the worst, and my mom hated it.
I vividly remember until like the younger people out who listening and watching when you had dial-up.
When did you have dial-up?
Like when it first came out.
When was that?
Like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, man. I had dial-up in like 04, 05.
Probably we had it that long as well.
And I remember DSL was out. No, I don't know if it was DSL. It might have been cable. Was out.
DSL.
DSL? Mm-hmm. But it was like very shitty speeds and like 2 gigabytes of bandwidth.
It was either DSL or AOL.
Yeah.
Those are the only two.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I had dial-up, but this shit never worked. And
then the way you had to work it is when you would get online, you would have to unplug the phone because if you were on dial-up,
it would cut the phone off.
If someone called and someone picked up, it would cut you off the internet because
I don't remember that.
It was wild.
Maybe it's because the internet just never worked. I never made that connection for me. But it
was terribly slow too, horribly slow.
Oh, the sounds! I remember the sounds. They haunt me to this day.
Yeah, the sounds crazy. Which I'm happy that I was a part of that like process and the transition because it just lets me appreciate like where we are right now.
Are you happy that you got a chance to have a childhood pre and post internet?
Yes.
Because I feel like
I am ecstatic about that.
I thought about that like recently, and I was like,
"Oh man,
bro, we used to just walk into abandoned buildings with our whole bike gang. We just hop on our MSN Messenger chat, put up, yo, what y'all doing? Nothing. Yo, meet up here. Come with your bikes. We'd race bikes, just go do random shit, try and capture bunnies. And I feel like if I was a child right now, I wouldn't be doing none of that. I'd be doing TikTok dances and shit, which maybe for them that's as fun as what we had was. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, I would not want to miss the childhood of just challenging people to bike races and playing basketball and football outside the street all the time.
But I kind of feel like we overrate a lot of that stuff.
That's potentially true.
Yeah, I think we overrate a lot of that stuff because there's kids now who have a good mixture of both. It's not like people just don't do it at all.
I actually don't know what the kids right now are doing at all. I wouldn't be able to.
Because we're not children, so that's
every once in a while I talk to my little brother who's in Ethiopia, and just to see yo, what are you watching? And then like when he lived in Toronto a few years ago, he was watching Jacksepticeye. Mm-hmm. And I talked to him a couple months ago, and he was watching FaZe Rug now, and he's 11. I don't know what he is. I should know. He was born in 07.
However, I will say this though, because when I was growing up over at my cousin's house, they that's what we used to do that too, kind of so go outside and play and just be.
But you'd also be gaming too.
But you'd also be gaming as well.
Yeah, it's a nice little balance.
But now,
would it be like that if the internet was where it's at right now?
I'm saying, but now I don't see nobody outside anymore in my cousin's neighborhood.
Really?
However, I don't live there, so it's not I just walk.
How about that kid that was here one time? Remember him?
Who, my cousin?
Yeah,
no,
bro.
not that cousin. There's another cousin.
Oh,
of
okay,
mine.
all right.
Yeah, not that cousin.
I'm actually
no,
curious.
the cousin that's like
Yo,
my age, like around my age.
Oh, okay.
And when we were all younger, we used to go out there, outside, have fun, play and stuff like that. But then also mix it up. But when I think about the stuff we used to do outside, a lot of the stuff we weren't really supposed to be doing. Like we were just getting in trouble. Like we really weren't supposed to be doing the stuff we were doing.
Nah. Laws, am I right?
Oh my God! Stop.
What did you do that was against?
Huh?
A moment ago, you were wholesome. So
Yeah, I've never done anything bad, man. I've never done anything bad.
That's a lie. Everyone's done some horrible shit.
I've never done anything horrible with dead ass.
Yeah, you have, bro. You just haven't thought of it yet.
No.
It's coming up, man. It's coming up.
Yo, man, we're gonna wrap up the podcast with some questions, man. Davis wants to know, when can I get on? And why are you such a simp?
Oh, those are real questions.
Yeah.
Did you prepare that
I just asked.
right now?
Yeah.
Why
Like,
did you tell me that?
We can pull out the last 15 minutes, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
David's not gonna be on because he's petrified of the questions we might ask next.
Yeah, he's afraid. He's not really about this life.
Yeah, you put on the troll face, but I'm being serious.
Yeah,
He's definitely
he is.
petrified.
He's petrified. He's afraid. Where in Toronto did Agent grow up?
Markham. Nice little suburbia.
Good. Does Agent have any basketball knowledge? No.
Plenty.
Not at all.
Plenty.
Not
I
at
actually
all.
inspired Lo to make his
Not at
basketball
all.
channel.
Not at all. He has no basketball knowledge. Who's a top 5?
Top 5 in what category?
This best NBA players of all time. Greatest NBA players. Top 5.
First is Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Second, DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
Third, Larry Bird.
Okay.
Fourth, Norman Powell. And fifth has to be Kawhi Leonard. Next.
How do you deal with the low points in YouTube? Say you're having a really bad month. What is your progress in order to bounce back?
This is how it goes. You just think about it. You have to think for like 10 minutes. Like, this is it, guys. Like, had a good run. But I should figure out what I'm going to do next. You have all those thoughts for 10 minutes. Then you go, man, fuck it. And then you just go outside to forget about it. Next question.
Big facts. I'll be like, yo, I guess I'm jumping off the ledge this month, bro. And then right when you're at the tip of the ledge, you're like, came up with a good idea. I might be.
Let me just see how this idea does real quick before
That's how the flight video came out. I was sitting on the ledge. I was like, you know what? Got it. I got the idea. One tip for anyone who wants to start creating content: come up with good ideas, and if you can't, just steal them. Right?
It's actually not bad advice. It's unethical, but it's good advice.
Top 5 baddest females on the planet. Now we don't have to do.
Okay. Can I say this? Because I've been thinking this for a while now.
But you got a couple in the stash. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you call it a stash? Now you made it weird, bro.
You got a couple in your Rolodex. Look at you rolling through it right now. That's crazy.
Hey yo, chill.
You got a couple in your Rolodex.
Hey, yo, chill.
You know
I don't forget what her
saying?
name was. Why do I always forget her name, even though I'm always thinking about her? Let me chill real quick.
No, say it.
I've been thinking this for a while.
Oh yeah, somebody asked you the same thing. Yo, Ed call me Agent Zero. Who is your dream girl?
Right now, so I follow Taylor Rooks on
You
Instagram.
could just put it up on
Oh, I could.
screen, huh?
Let me do that shit real
That's
quick.
the whole purpose, right? You
Facts.
might have your baddies popping up on IG. Well, can you show your IG?
Why not?
Oh no, you tell me. You
full-
following anybody crazy?
Nah.
I couldn't put my
I
IG
follow
up
like
there.
50 people. So first of all, Taylor Rooks hits all the points, right? Successful, incredibly ambitious.
Of course.
Looks incredibly beautiful.
Of
is
course.
knowledgeable. I feel like we'd have a lot of similarities because she deals with a lot of sports.
Okay.
She lives in Atlanta,
Okay.
I think, or I guess she was born in Atlanta. I don't know if she still lives here.
No, I think she was born in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I just
'Cause
found out
saw
that
her-
Malcolm Brogdon went to my high school.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like around the same? No,
Yeah.
he went after you.
No. He's 1 year older than me.
Oh shit.
Facts.
Wait,
But
you
he
was-
moved though after sophomore year.
I don't know. Taylor Rooks is like if someone just say, yo, who's your dream girl? Like, bro, boom, right here.
Taylor
And I don't
Rooks.
like, bro, when she put on,
Oh,
Bro, she not bad?
You showing it?
yo,
I see.
come
you.
on,
I
bro.
peep it.
Yo,
I
you see how
peep-
Davis like that?
Yo, shout out to Davis.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, y'all got the
Yo.
same dream girl.
Who? Davis?
You and Davis.
No, David said he wants someone at his level.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
So they're not on the same level, man. They're not on the same level, man. But yeah, she the one for sure.
Everybody know who mine is. Pretty Love Pink, the queen herself.
Give us a real answer real quick, bro.
That's the queen.
Give us a real answer, man. Come on,
That's the queen. Come
All right,
on.
so we're not getting real answers because people would have liked a real answer from you right now.
I don't know if I'm really, because I have a whole bunch of like outlandish stuff on my Instagram, so I can't really show it. But one of the chicks, should I show like someone in a cut, like who only has like 2,000? Don't do that. Don't do that, man. That's too much.
Don't even do that, man.
That's too much. She
for sure can see it, and then you're gonna miss your opportunity too. So you don't want to fuck.
All right, can I show that on? You think I show that?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Wow. God damn, man.
All right. So
who's that?
You gonna show it on the?
What's her thing? What's her thing, bro? What's her thing?
B_Moore MOORE seductive.
Oh, of course. B_Moore.
Like the letter B, not BEE. Like
I know. B_Moore.
MOORE.
There's no E on seductive, bro. Spell it correctly.
Oh, my bad.
Disappointed. You should be disappointed too. Yo, first of all, she can cook.
Oh man.
I don't know what this little graphic is there. Let's not click on that. I don't know. Yo, she bad though.
Big facts. Big baddie. I don't know if that's a wolf or whatever. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what bro, do I not know how to use Instagram? Am I bugging?
Scroll down. There you go.
Shit.
Now you at the pics.
Oh shit.
Now you at the pics.
So why is she a dream girl? First of all, this is such an odd pose to me.
It is a very odd pose.
That I can't admire her beauty because I'm too worried about her potentially falling.
That's the same Airbnb that I want to book.
Oh, for your little pettiness?
Yeah.
Copyright. But she bad though. Oh.
Sheesh.
Yo, literally last podcast you said that this was not cool.
What is that?
Showing a lot of your girl on Instagram. She basically just
no, but then they'll just keep going to like one. If you keep going over,
you sound like you're contradicting yourself right now.
No, I said the reason why I don't like it is because it's what's going to lead next to it.
So you think it's going to lead next for her?
If it does, then she's not my dream girl anymore. But she's not really my dream girl. I've already answered the question.
She bad.
You know who it is.
She bad.
You know who it is.
It's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's a 10 for sure.
Miss Pretty Love Pink. That's an 11 off the scale. Big facts. And I know for a fact Miss Pretty Love Pink, the queen herself, she's never going to deal in those shenanigans.
Move on, bitch. I'm not going to actually respond to that with any kind of
do you want to answer how did you lose your virginity?
No, Lo, I don't.
I'm just
because you knew I wasn't gonna answer that. Well, why would you ask me?
I'm just going off in order, yo. That's it. It's not this type of pod.
Nah, it's not this pod, bro. It's not this one.
Oh man,
it might be the next one. I don't know.
When will we get a King of the Fourth Quarter or the whole Through the Wire podcast on the pod? This whole lockdown is messing everything up, so I don't know.
Because I would have most definitely liked to have Kenny on.
Yeah, I don't know. When we'll be able to do that. So.
Yeah, as soon as you guys stay indoors for long enough.
Big facts. Kenny and them are practicing social distancing by having the podcast like through Skypes now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We should do that.
As if we don't live in the same fucking house.
I'm waiting for the day where somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, y'all should be really practicing social distancing. I don't know why y'all still doing podcasts."
Someone said that to us on the AMP video, and I was like, "Do you know we recorded that in January?"
Oh man,
that was a January recording, yo. Yeah, today was the first day I left this house, and it wasn't Davis's house I went to. I went to the grocery store. That was the first place I went to since like in 3-4 weeks. That wasn't Davis's house or this house.
Good.
Or drive-thrus. Chick-fil-A specifically.
How long does it usually take to make an NBA video and a 2K video?
Depends on the 2K video. I don't know.
It all depends. Sometimes for me it may take 8 hours. Sometimes it may take a day. And that's with researching. Biggest life goal for 2020 for each of you?
You go ahead and answer that one real quick.
Depending on how this economy looking like, I might turn into the Monopoly man and start picking up these houses. But what you? Sheesh.
God damn.
So wait, so life goals. First one is try to chop it up with Miss Pretty Love Pink a little bit more. Do that first. Second is pick up the Monopoly money. You know what I'm saying? Start picking up these houses.
I got a text today from my accountant who was like, I'm a little concerned that you're not in real estate. So she was like, you got all these cars, but you don't own real estate. Literally today. And I was like, you know what? Facts. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, big facts. And I guess that's really it.
Or we just got to keep watching these house flip videos.
Big facts.
I've been watching a whole lot of house flip videos.
I got me some paint too.
You got some stain?
No, just paint. We painting the walls.
Which wall you painting?
No, when we buy the houses, I had to paint already.
Oh, it's a joint venture?
Got it already.
Oh,
bro.
man.
Don't even worry about it.
Oh, man.
Matter of fact, I think I got to take it out your car. I think it's in your car. Maybe it's in the garage.
In the Rover?
Yeah, one of the two.
Oh, you got to take it out. What if it spills?
Are you?
I can't tell you.
Serious
I'm being serious. It could spill, bro.
How is it gonna spill?
Because sometimes things that are closed spill, especially when they're in a car that is off-roading. It's very bumpy.
Are you off road?
No, I don't off-road, but going to Davis's house is off-road.
Oh man, it is. It is, yo. It is. Let me see. I guess that's it. Everybody else is kind of like,
Damn, they asked some questions.
Who will win in the 1v1 flight or agent?
Me. My bad, yo. My bad. Is this the one you said had 2,000 followers?
No. The other one is Pretty Love Pink. She got like 2,000 followers.
Let me see this mac and cheese real quick.
Yo, what's up with you, yo?
Let me chill, yo.
That's what I'm saying. What's up with you?
Let me chill, man.
That's my dream girl. You better ask Taylor Ricks to cook you some mac and cheese, bro. What's up?
Ah, shit. I actually been doing that. Not the Taylor Rooks thing, but just shooting random DMs saying the wildest shit. If you saw my DMs right now,
you 0 for what? You 0 for what?
This week I'm 0 for 4. Shit. But it pays to be verified though, because you do get responses you wouldn't usually get.
What's the most simp thing you've ever done? We'll end on that note.
Go ahead and answer that one.
I went first the last time, so go ahead and go.
I have to think on it though.
No, you don't.
Okay,
Here,
I know. I know.
I'll be honest so you can be honest.
I know what I'm saying. There's one time where I've never done some simp shit in my fucking life. No cap. And that's no cap, bro. That's no cap. Go ahead and answer the question. Let's see if you did some shit before.
I've simped multiple times before. I'm legend of simping on Twitter, so everybody knows this already.
Yeah, but it's outside of the trolls. I'm talking about like for real though.
I mean, I really gave money to some females. What are we talking about?
Well, that's just tricking. That's not actually simping.
I've done laundry before.
For who?
A woman. Is that simping?
Did she have a laundry machine?
No, I just took her to the laundry thing, laundromat.
Nah, that ain't simping.
But what's simping then? We did this last podcast,
so we're not gonna do it again.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the worst thing you could think of is you brought her to the laundry spot.
But you saying giving somebody money is tricking, and that's not simping.
Yeah, it's not. Well, technically it is simping, but it's tricking. Right?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Why did you give her money?
Cause I want to make sure take care of the queen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he's not being serious. Cool. That's fine.
But I did give her money.
No, that's fine, bro. You ain't got to be
But
real.
I did give her money.
Let's end the podcast. If people see 2 hours, they might not click on it. Hey, if you guys
keep saying that,
if
and
you guys,
everybody, can you answer the question?
Which question?
What is the most simp thing you ever done? I mean, Desi, can you please answer this question? Just answer the question.
It's not a question for a podcast like this. So
yes,
thank you guys.
It is.
Thank you guys for watching, man.
And you gonna be upset at me, even though I'm just reading out the shit. And then they're gonna be upset at us because.
Can we end it?
No, answer the question.
Nah, not a single soul is about to click this shit. It's tough, man. We about to have a 2% click-through rate.
Answer the question, bro.
I actually don't know, genuinely.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Okay, so I don't know, bro. I think the problem with it is when I talk to women, they're like they try and compete with me on a busy level. Because in every situation I was more successful. I would love for that not to be the case. I would love for me to be talking to a girl and she is already like killing it, like way beyond what I'm doing. That'd be dope because I wouldn't feel some type of way. I'd encourage that. But a lot of the time, people feel like they're out of my elite, just in terms of just be honest, right? And so they'll kind of, wow, what'd you do that for?
I'm looking for your
Chargers in.
No, your tap dancing shoes. You just tap it dancing around this question right now. You need to answer
So
the question.
most of the time,
answer the question.
most of the time women will challenge me to do things because they feel like if they just sit back, then I'm gonna roll over them type. You know what I mean? Because that's technically so this is how I'm don't look so disappointed.
Because you're not.
So
I'll answer the question.
I didn't realize that.
I'll answer the question.
You're not for me?
No, for me.
Okay.
I don't know. What
I gave a good answer.
I don't know what you're doing.
I gave a good answer.
I don't know what you do behind the scenes. Because that's when the true simp come out. When you doing stuff you ain't gonna really tell nobody. So I'll say
the almost OD shit I did, you already know. But then that's gonna stop because.
But why not say it? But I'll say it.
But
I'll say it. I'll say my simp.
No, bro, because then you
I want to say.
Look how long the pod is, long.
Can I not say my simp? Because
we got to save it for the next pod, bro.
Stop. So my biggest.
We gonna have to save it for the next pod, lo.
My biggest simp is that one time I drove all the way on the other side of town just for promised pussy. Got to the other side of town and she was acting like she didn't want to, smash. So I thought to myself, I guess this is cool. Low key, I was afraid that I wasn't going to have enough money to get back gas wise. At the time, I was struggling. Went on that side of town and bought her food as well.
Oh shit!
When it was time to get down to the smashing, she wasn't feeling it. But then I ended up opting in, just giving her head.
Wait, you gave her head?
Yep.
She give you head?
No.
That's a fight.
That's the biggest simp I've ever been.
And that's pretty bad. But that's not as bad as doing 4 a.m. round trips from Walmart.
No, that's definitely
no. The round trips is worse. I'm telling you, because it's at 4 a.m.
But I'm already.
Me though, I've never done some shit like that.
But I'm already up at 4 a.m. And plus, she lives.
It doesn't matter.
No
matter how you try and justify to yourself, it don't matter, bro.
No, she was up the street. I'm going on the other side of town, being broke, buying you food. And then we don't smash.
Why did you buy her food? Why'd you buy her food?
I was just thinking like, oh, this is gonna
solidify.
This is gonna convince you to smash. This is gonna
$10 meal, man.
Yeah.
This is it.
Burger King, and it was Burger King, onion rings and all. Yeah, this is gonna convince you to smash.
Yeah, I don't do that, bro. No cap.
So that was the biggest simp thing I've ever done.
I can't even say mine. So.
All right, so you close it out then.
All right, because you're gonna try and guilt me, but I don't give a fuck.
No, it's fine.
You can try and guilt me.
I'm just trying to answer the question.
Hey, if you guys
didn't
listen
want
to the
answer the virginity one, you don't want to answer the simp. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you guys listen to the podcast, man, you're on Apple Podcasts, drop a little 5-star. Low, stop pretending like you're a huge simp. It's just bad for your brand. It's fucking up your credibility. If you guys are watching on YouTube, go Naughty Gang. If you guys are watching on Stitcher, why? If you guys are watching on Spotify, I heard that, right? Like, what are y'all doing on Stitcher? Y'all bugging, man. But hey, yo, if that's your thing, man, that's your thing. You know what I mean?
How about this biggest
Low, please. You see me closing it out.
No.
Next pod. I'm dead about to click stop.
Your best basketball movie, your favorite basketball movie. Since you didn't want to answer that, that's a PG question. Your favorite basketball movie.
I don't have one.
What? You watch basketball movies?
Yeah, I just don't have a favorite. I never thought to myself it was my favorite.
What's the one with Lil Bow Wow?
Like Mike?
That's my
if I had to choose one, that would be mine too. But I haven't watched them in a while, so if you ask me what the plot of Space Jam was, wouldn't know.
I didn't like Space Jam. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I was dead trying. I was hitting some people up just to see if I could find someone to watch that movie with, because it's on Netflix now.
You didn't hit me up. There's a lot of y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, agent has been fake recently.
Nah,
yo, you've been fake. No, you've been fake.
Wait. So this though, unless you're trying to never mind.
You've been fake recently.
No, other times, but this time I should have been more specific. I was hitting up non-males.
Recently?
But then I felt bad because
during lockdown?
Yeah, so then I felt bad, so I didn't.
Oh, you're outrageous.
But then I felt bad, so then I didn't do it because I know. Oh, I can't say too much, but you guys have been great. You guys haven't talked to anybody that's not us. Hopefully, right, Lo?
Don't have.
Bitch!
Yeah.
I've been here. Man, I'm about to. What time is it?
But it's only been.
What the fuck, man?
It's only been one time though. It's only been once.
What was this?
Once in this past like month and a half. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Don't ever do that shit again.
What's up?
Don't ever, because
but I'm not bringing nobody here.
What's the difference?
I mean, I don't know. I tried to say the same thing earlier today, and then everybody was like, "What's the difference? What does it matter?"
No, either way, it's not the wave. All right, let's move on. Like Mike. Hey, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. You know what I mean? Hey, people said before we leave though, people said that we should do a live pod on like a birthday pod.
Oh. It will be horrible, but if that's what y'all want, then we'll do it.
No, it won't be horrible. But we couldn't like pay attention to the chat though.
I'm trying to get drunk off of my V8.
My tomato juice?
My V8 juice, not the splash juice, the orange and pineapple.
Oh, I didn't know they had different flavors.
It's downstairs right now. I'm about to go crazy.
Crazy. Hey, we'll catch you guys in the next podcast, man. Thank you guys for showing love on these pods. They've been doing great. You know, I just launched my second channel. Main channel is doing all right, and the AMP channel is.
What did the video do? What did the AMP video do?
It was the best one so far, the cooking one. Actually outperformed the boxing one so far. But I'm curious to see if it lands on suggested as long as the boxing one.
Shush.
But on browse, it was the best so far.
And the boxing one is almost at 400K.
How much is the thing one at cooking? Probably 120, 110?
117.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if that hits suggested. Anyway.
I told you it's going to hit 500. And I told you it's going to do that.
I always believe that, man. Hey. Thank y'all for watching, man. We'll catch you guys in the next one. It just faded out.